If making other lives better was meant to be your life's work, you belong at Chamberlain University, where we lift you up and push you forward with a community that's 140.
Okay, so ooh. My lighting is not too good here, but I will see if I can. Let me see if I can put my lights on and put my lights on and see if I can have some video. So I'm gonna put my lights on and see what it looks like, and I will definitely increase my volume. My lighting is not too good yet. But let's go back to the music.
Talking more and everything. Talking more and everything. Talking more and everything. I'm on darling. Talking more. Talking more. I'm on darling. Talking more. Talking more. You want to go more. Talking more and everything. Talking more and everything. Talking more and that's it. I know it's what happened. That was it. Talking more and everything. You only walk. Talking more and everything. I know it's what I did. What was I did? When I went out, I was so bad. Tomorrow, I know that I know you only walk. I know it's what.
No. Our chapter, we're not pointing to a chapter. Yeah. No problem. Yes, no problem. I will send the edited version tonight.
If you or someone you love has been injured, is missing work, and the insurance company still isn't paying, we will fight for you.
Yes,
Don't wait for the insurance company to pay. Call Kidney and Coughlin today. We're local to Denver, work with you one-on-one, and you only pay if we win your case. We've been in business for over 30 years, and we'll fight to make sure you get the compensation that you deserve.
Okay, no problem. All right, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for that YouTube something, but Honorable James Youboty will soon be coming on, and we will appreciate that all of you will participate in this discussion. You can ask a question. You can make a comment respectfully, not trying to disrespect anyone, and it will be a very good discussion. He also sent me a poem that I'm going to be reading tonight, and this poem is his guiding principle in life. This term was written in honor of Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa is the Catholic Reverend Gale Figu, and this poem was written either by her or in honor of her, and we'll be reading that poem tonight. And this is what James Youboty believed should guide his principles. I like the poem, and he also sent me some documents of payments or loan from to host the convention, and we'll be asking some questions about that tonight, just in case if you don't already know. So I want you to stand by. But before we go to that, I want to make a note of something that is happening in Grand Bassa County. This is about Charlene Brumskin and Nyombli Kanga. And I think it's turning a little bit head upside down because I listened to Charlene's video. She appeared very, very angry, and she believes that certain people were lying about her, why Joseph Boakai did not pick Nyombli Kanga. According to her, that one of the office staff or one of the collaborators or the people who work in connection with Nyombli Kanga have told Nyombli Kanga that she, Charlene Brumskin, was the reason why Joseph Boakai did not pick Nyombli Kanga to be vice presidential candidate. And she believed that it was a blatant lie. So the thing is, I don't know why even people should. They say, oh, Joseph Boakai asked Charlene and say, what do you think about Nyombli Kanga being VP? And according to Nyombli Kanga, accusing Charlene that Charlene told Joseph Boakai and said, don't pick her, she's not qualified. I don't think so. I don't really think so. But before we go to there, let me bring on my guest tonight, the former national president of the Grand GGAA Association, Honorable James Youboty. He's still facing his camera, that's why you don't see his face, but as soon as he's done facing his camera, well, okay, that's good. So let me bring him. Honorable Youboty, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And you are very loud and clear. I will start off with the perm you sent me. It is very interesting. The perm is very interesting. So let's put on the screen first, and then we'll discuss about that perm, your belief in that perm, because it looks like you tend to respect this perm, and look like you guard yourself by that perm. So let's read the perm. The perm says here, it said this is by Mother Teresa of Calcutta.
Kolkata.
Yeah, Kolkata. It said people are often unreasonable and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If people are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motive. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are honest, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. If you find happiness, people may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. For you see, in the end, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyways. Mother Teresa of Calcutta. So I want you to elaborate. How is this poem important to you?
That poem is important to me to the point that, like she said, no matter what you do, Liberian man will say, he ain't do nothing. That's the usual Liberian people think. No matter what you do,
he do nothing, sir.
he ain't do nothing. Oh, you get your money, he ain't do nothing. And you know, and I know your heart is there to do things and deliver. But people who are detractors don't see it that way. All they know, you see, they say evil thinkers are evil doers.
Right.
Then they think you will not do it. So when you are doing it in a little myopic way of thinking, you're not doing anything. That's how they see it. But God sees your heart. You know, we still owe the people in Liberia. Every week, I was paying minimum $500, and we come down to $1,600. So the liaison officer called me and said that we need to finish paying it off. He called me today and I told him, oh, you know, I'm no longer the president of GGAA. But what I will do is that I will pay just for this week. And then I will tell the new administration to see if they can pick it up from there. But it was like a huge
So
amount.
you're paying as an individual? You're paying from your pocket?
Yeah. Just to keep the noise down because the people wanted to attack the liaison officer. You know, in Liberia, you know how it is in Liberia. You were just
I know.
Your son was victimized through jungle justice. So I didn't want the liaison officer to be victimized like that. So I just went ahead. I sent the $200 to satisfy this week. Hopefully next week, the GGAA, because now we're down to $1,490. Hoping and praying that GGAA will take over. We are looking.
That's a lot of that's not a lot of money, but it is still.
No, it's for ways $1,000. We'll pay down, $500 every week until it came all the way down to $1,400.
So that amount will be passed on to the next administration, I believe.
Supposed to.
But you already paid from your pocket today or yesterday, whatever it is. So how much did you pay today from your pocket?
I was supposed to send $500, but I sent $200.
Okay. But that's still not bad because you shouldn't be spending money again for an organizational project, and you are paying your own money now.
And that was
did you enjoy? Did they enjoy the presidency of the Grand Youth Association? Was it something that you enjoyed? Was it something that was challenging? And at some point you want to give up, but you kept yourself in there. Give us a description of your feeling about being a president of Grand Youth Association.
Being president for 4 years dictates that you should have 4 conventions. I know I only had 2 conventions. So in the social aspect, mingling with people, dancing, having fun, I didn't enjoy that aspect. But as far as doing things for my people, building the statue that brings out the sentiment of my people around the world, I enjoy that part. I enjoy the fact that figuratively, our people have graves, our people who die in Liberia, our great people of old are resting. You know, I'm sure the spirit appreciate what we did. So I enjoy that part. That part I enjoy.
But it was challenging too. It was challenging. What was the most challenging part?
The social aspect. Last year, we didn't really go for our first convention. Then one, Brother Alfred Donald got missing in Grand Jide a week before we went. And the convention was almost canceled. But we managed to go. Now, this convention, we went there, and you know what happened?
Yeah.
They called police, and we lost. We lost. I calculated. We were made almost 60,000, 70,000. But we did. The police were called. So I don't know. You know, I was looking at the bigger picture. So we'll make money. That's what I was looking at. But other people are looking at it from a technical standpoint. Constitution say. We ain't make no money. We ain't make no.
If you were to do this all over again, would you contest the presidency of Grand Jury Association?
You know, guess I'm kind of old now for that. You know, I just left. What I'm gonna call.
That's such a that's a tough question. Considering
I'm getting old now for that. Let me pass the opportunity on to the younger generation. That's what I say. You know, when it comes to serving the people, it's not up to you per se, it's up to the people.
Right.
What I mean? But when it's up to me, let me sit down and rest and do my time with other things. For the very first time in the history of the organization, we did something tangible that people can point finger to. We are the only Liberian organization to do such a thing.
I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and you can choose to answer them. Who was your most favorite staff or official or officer, whatever, working with you in the committee level, in administration, in the executive committee, on the board? Who do you think was your favorite? I mean, not because the other people you don't like them, but somebody will be there who will always, no matter what happened, you call them today, right now, they are right there.
Well, I have so many. I have so many. On my immediate executives, I have my advisor team headed by Mr. Patrick Gao, Alfred Nyoni, and then you got Charles. So I got so many on the board. You got the very chairman who will call police on all that, Omega Kala.
He was still your favorite.
very well. Then, of course, you got my big brother, Mr. Blue Kala.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And he was working to the last minute. You know, Rukala was working to the last minute. Yeah. So I saw him down there taking names and writing down names and taking donations.
The flight was smooth. It was a smooth flight. But as we come to land, the turbulence came.
Yeah, there's always turbulence.
The plane almost crash landed.
Turbulence.
You know, anytime you're trying to land, I tell you get rough.
Yeah, turbulence. I know about turbulence a lot.
But
but the plane didn't crash.
When he appeared on Print Double Show the last time, he praised my administration. He said we did very well. So I was very surprised that he couldn't hold his ground. He had to go call police. It was very sad. I mean, I don't know what you were thinking at that instance. Because whatsoever was transpiring in there, we could have handled it. Nobody was fighting. You can agree to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you because no matter what, nobody was throwing blow. I didn't see anybody throwing blow, but some people thought that, you know. So again, we come back to the point. We'll go to the other thing. I mean, I know I call you for post-convention analysis and all of that, but we'll go there. So we'll come back to the point. Even if you are succeeding, somebody will be jealous of you. Is that something you experienced during the period of this administration? You think people were jealous? They didn't want you to succeed?
The people who are expected to come around, they were never around during my entire 4 years. I never saw them nowhere around. But then it come to where we are now. Then they coming in, putting opinion here and there. Youboty must be audited. This and that must be audited. And, you know, so I say, okay, well, when I was there 4 years, I never saw you though. You didn't put 1 cent into it though. I was going up and down, buying my own plenty. I didn't go to the account to take out any money. The previous administration before me did to go do rent.
But why is it not possible that you should be able to be refunded when you pay your own way? Why wouldn't you ask him for a refund?
I just feel that when you're serving your people, those are the sacrifices you make. When you say you want to serve your people, get prepared to make sacrifices. And get prepared to make sacrifice. Do you know that we put a statue up? A lot of people feel sentimental about it. None of them ever called me personally to say thank you, but they calling the liaison thing in Liberia to tell them thank you. They are myself right here in the US of A. They don't call me to say thank you. The liaison team, my brother Randall say, oh, so person called me to say thank you for the statue. This. I say, oh wow, but that person myself live right here. How about calling me? They know my number. You don't think I'm the president? My idea though. They'll be in Liberia, they're only working for me. They're working for my administration. The boss stops with me, right? So you don't think you want to tell somebody thank you? They're supposed to call me to say thank you. But hey, let my American friend will say, oh well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, oh well. Like I said, Mother Teresa said, it was not between you and them. Anyway, it was between you and God. So whatever you do it for God. God sees my heart. You know my heart is pure. And I'm happy
let me come to something that myself I participated, but in any case, I still have to ask you: when you wanted to be re-elected and the commission disqualify you, what were your disappointments?
I was actually expecting the board to come to my defense because they wrote me the letter telling me to continue. And I was traveling up and down in the plane in the heat of Corona to the point that my sister Eva and even my wife out here say, sit down one place, stop traveling. You don't see what's going on, sit down. Leave that thing alone. Nobody will blame you. And I was looking at it from the standpoint of I took an oath to
She
do
was
the
concerned about your health.
No, I was not even thinking about that. I was not thinking about that Corona will catch me, that this and that will catch me. I was not thinking about that. I was only thinking about doing the work that I was let her to do because I didn't want for the statue to be left unfinished. So that was me concern. Whether Corona will catch me or it will not catch me, or that was the least thing on my mind.
And then when you realized that the board would not come to your defense, what happened to you?
I felt very disappointed. I felt very disappointed. Somebody, as the meeting was going on, somebody was giving me heads up. One of the board members, he said, oh, well, Chairman Omega Kala tried, Blue Kala tried, I tried. But specifically, Ericon and Moses Wine and some other people who had never come to a meeting for Rock of Ages, they are all here tonight. They didn't want to say no. But the chairman said that we should let you go because we the one that wrote the letter for you to continue in the heat of Corona. So it is only fair that you should go. But then they said, no, let police to a vote. And how you were disqualified. Meaning by, you got the two constant Ericon, you got Moses Wine. They are, when I said two constant, they are the two constant board executives that have been coming to meeting. But that particular night, there was some other board member who have not been coming to meeting who came that night just to make sure that I'm disqualified. You know? So I don't hold it against Chairman Carter and the other Carter. They did their best. But we will not have come to that if Nelson Gay Wright, Uriah Song, and Stella Fly had just voted to qualify me. Then we're not going to go to the vote. You know? Because the way people were looking at it, saying we're just coming back from Corona, y'all leave that technicality. Y'all leave it alone. Y'all leave that technicality. Let everybody go so we will make money. So we'll make money, but no. In Konawo, there's something called Jawe. Jawe. You know what they call Jawe, Gibson?
No. What is it?
When they say Jawe song, we apply, I mean, no, that Konawo word. Which means Jawe is the captain of the ship. I don't know how you're saying, but I know you're close to that.
Yeah, it is.
They say two captains cannot steer the same ship. One gotta be in control, one gotta be assistant. But if two of them are equally the Jawe or the captain, then that ship is gonna hit an iceberg.
It's gonna hit an iceberg. Because one will say, let go, so the other one will say.
And that's exactly what happened to your election commission. All you got on a commission know too much. You got Bryce on the side, you got Jason Jerry on the side, you got Nelson Gay right on the side, you got Sandy Fly. Everybody no. But the ship crash. So Mika Kara said, okay, so you disqualify James Youboty because of constitutional. Then that's the case. Then Boti Turner will also be disqualified because he didn't go to 2 conventions in the last 4 years. That how Boti Turner came to be disqualified. If you say you're going to apply constitution, then apply it across the board. Don't just do it for one person and then you let the other person slide. That's where the noise came from. My best solution was let everybody go and let the chip fall where it may. And then we're going to make a lot of money. We're going to make almost 100,000. We can use that to complete our projects and do other things, regardless of who win. But no, no. Look at we now. We lost. It reminds me of the lady who crushed the some kind of jar and the genie came out. You remember? And you were going to put the genie back in the bottle. The genie said, no, don't put me in the bottle, please. I beg you. I'll do anything. Just anything you want. The one said, for true, I want to be rich. The one said, the genie said, bah, she became rich. I want to do that, bah, I want to do that, bah. Then finally, she came made an impossible request to the genie. The genie said, oh, well, I read it. I want you got to put me back in the bottle. But he hit it when the woman behind it.
Everything went away.
Eh?
Everything else went away. Because she kept requesting until the genie said, no, let me go in a back here. Let me go back in a battle and see what else she will get. All of this.
He went behind the route breaking back. That's why you people there, Gibson. Election Commission headed by Nelson Gay, right? Primarily, we behind the route breaking banker right now. We ain't got no money because of that. Technicality, when we had the opportunity to make almost 100,000, let everybody just go, man. We coming back from an emergency situation, Corona in Liberia. They say, you know why? The 10-year clause, if we apply it, then nobody will be qualified for election commission. 2005. That's how Ellen Johnson said we are all the people who are in exile. That's how they contested because we had civil war. The Corona we had was like civil war. So let everybody go. And I'm proud to say that Jason Jerry right here agreed with that. Jason Jerry qualified. You voted to let me pass. I got that information as soon as it was over. It was you and Emilia Baird that voted for me. Senator Flan voted for me, but then he retracted his vote and crossed carpet to Nelson Gay Wright and Uriah Song. And the House was disqualified.
You think we just missed it, or was some selfishness that was overriding, or we just missed the mark?
You guys made a genie to be fed up with you. The genie said, you know, bottle. Let me go buy in the bottle, man. I'm tired with all these wishes. I'm tired. Let me go buy. Y'all put me back in the bottle, man. Go bring your back.
The genie was now mad with us.
Yeah. I'm telling you. What an opportunity we missed.
I
kind
of agree with you on the premise that we would have made a lot of money if everybody had gone, because everybody would have mobilized people. Your supporters will come, Gilman supporters will come, Edith supporter will come, Bote supporter will come. But
who wins, win. And I know I was going to win again. I know I was going to win. I know it. You know why? I know I was going to win again? Because the week prior in Grand Jury, they put a statue up. And the pride were everywhere. That pride rolled over to the next week at convention in Des Moines. So let's just assume I was in that race. That was going to be in the mind of the people. Am I lying?
No. It was a striking event for that. So, but why do you think other people didn't want you to go? Was it just merely about constitution, or they were tired of you, or they think they were going to unmatch your record?
I'm not a mind reader. I cannot speak for them, but all in all, we Africans are figuratively stuck in a bucket. The Africans are walk out Africa backward. Just take the crab, put it in the barrel, leave it, and go. When you come back, all the crab will be accounted for in that barrel. Because one crab trying to get out, the other one will pull it down. They keep pulling each other down. That's how we black people are. Somebody doing something, you are not able to do it, but you're not letting the person do it. Because the person, now so you won't bring it down. James Youboty honor, they say they want somebody who will undertake tangible projects. My administration undertaking the tangibles. Why don't you just let us finish and then the next person come? But no. Okay. We are where we are. On we go. Let's move on.
So you think we're able to make like 25,000 at the convention? This gone convention?
I don't know. I have no idea. I will not at the door. I don't know how much they collected.
But you said we don't make money.
No, we didn't. We did not. No, we did not. We did not. The man who brought the money for the convention got to pay him $15,000. Mr. Prince Blair and my daughter, the queen. Yeah. This is no joking matter.
No, it is not. It's not. It's not a joking matter. Okay, so let's transition a bit to the convention itself. Going into the convention, what was your mindset going to the convention? What did you hope to see?
What I hope to see was that Constitution say convention is the highest decision-making body. So I'm hoping that we'll resolve all our issues and then we move on to part 2. For it to come down to people calling the police, that was a shock to me. That was the least thing on my mind. I never thought anybody was going to call police over there because we didn't. No, there was no fighting, nothing. So what I was hoping to see was that we all sit down, calm, let's resolve the issue, and then move on to Sunday election. If that. But the whole thing was preempted by somebody calling the police. So disappointing. So reality right now is that we lost.
But all started very well from the beginning. I mean, the program started very well from the beginning. I thought that business section was going to be discussion of the agenda items. But then we had speeches, we had other things. Was it an error? Or was it deliberate?
No, actually, we went to our executive meeting and we decided that all the grievances should be put to AOB because we don't know exactly what you were bringing. So it should be all other matter. And that's how it was crafted. That AOB, then the secretary will say, okay, in AOB, the administration received several complaints. Complaint number 1 from Thelma Brown King. Number 2 from, I think, Jason Jerry right here said a complaint. And then Mr. Bobby Tudi. And also,
Botitaya
didn't send no complaint. Eminent Council sent a complaint. But we don't know whether the body were going to accept Eminent Council complaint because they are not a constituted body. So somebody said that it would put Eminent Council complaint on the board. They were going to say that we should reject the complaint because they are not in the Constitution. Individuals may complain, but not Eminent Council. So we said, okay, so say it's like that. We're going to bring Thelma Brown first. Then we'll bring Bobby Tory, then we'll bring Jason Jeru. And then Eminent Council are going to be last. But we didn't even get to that because the police were called.
Actually, when you said voted, did not complain. I mean, I was shocked because they claimed that they sent their letter to the administration So I was a little bit shocked. That shows sometimes you don't take information like that.
I did not see it. They might have sent it to the secretary, but I didn't see it. I saw your complaint. I saw Thelma Brown King. I saw eminent counsel, but I did not see Youboty. That doesn't mean that they didn't send it. And you understand?
Let me read a text message. Let me read a text message to you. Mr. Jeru, the president is aware that the board chairman was the person who suggested other matters. It was not in the executive committee meeting. Was that true?
You said the president is aware what?
He said you are aware that the board chairman was the one that said the complaint should go in other matter, and there was not executive committee meeting.
We discussing in other matter. What the person talking about? Let the person show proof that I'm aware. If he or she says so. Who's the person that sent the text?
I know I can't. Somebody very close, so I can't. The information is more important than the name.
As the person was there discussing the executive meeting that the complaint should be put to other matters. Send a text to the person.
I will send that text. Let me do that.
We discuss it. We discuss.
But the person is listening to you anyway.
We discussed it, and it was agreed that all the complaints should be put to AOB, and how we put it there.
But Mr. Bouillonle here argued that the biggest elephant in the room was the complaint, was the election matter, was the biggest elephant. You were affected by it. The commission was affected by it. Bote and his group were affected by it. Some community members who support one side or the other were affected by it. How would they not have made a prime item on the agenda when Bouillonle said it was the elephant in the room?
I just told you that Thelma Brown King complains about election. Kissinger complained about election. Babetuli complained about election. Eminent Council complained about election. So immediately after the Constitution, we're coming to that. When they call police. So we're coming to take care of the bigger elephant in the room. The suggestion somebody throw in the executive meeting, if we put that before everything else, then people will start leaving because they were there just for that. So we should make it last so that people will be forced to stay. That was the strategy. You know? If we put it last, then people will stay there and listen to everything, and then we'll come to the biggest elephant in the room. That was the whole idea.
Okay, 1 minute. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the air. You want to call in later? Okay, so let's move on. Let me put some comments on the screen so you can have them. I hope you can see them. This one is coming from Michael V. Clark Remio. It says, the president, I think you were the one disagreeing with the board chair, and that gives the others the chance to disrespect the chairman at that time. That causes the whole problem that evening. How did you disrespect the board chairman?
Answer. Please tell me, how did I disrespect him? How? How did I disrespect the chairman? You were there, Jason. Weren't you there?
I was there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you said something in the corner because she was standing close to the podium, to the door there. So maybe she saw something I didn't see.
No, the chairman. If anything, when I was talking, it was the chairman who keep interrupting me, and I'm the one presiding over my convention. So I don't want to go too much into Chairman Carter this and that. I'm not here for that. But I did not disrespect him at all. He the one who called the police because he felt that's what he wanted to do. I didn't do anything to him to make him call police. So I don't know how.
Michael V, I will open the phone line, but just so hold on a little bit. Let's go on with the president and let's get some more details out of the president. Let's go to Bouillonle's comment. Bouillonle writes, the Bow administration and the poor team all played the chess game. The GGAA members became the losers. Our effort to have the people speak and air their grievances failed. Let's see what happened. were you in a chess game with Poad and the board? Do you really think you were playing a chess game? I mean, chess game plays anytime in politics.
Well, they were on the chessboard. Me, I was just innocently presided over my convention with a pure heart that would resolve the issue, and we move on in such a way that we'll make money to undertake our project. That's what my mindset was. I was not there to play chess with anybody. So now that we lost, so is that a good chess game? If you say you're playing chess game, because chess game is a game of intelligence. So if you play chess game and at the end of the day you didn't make no money, then that's a good chess game you play. You play chess game, you say, and you lost, you didn't make a cent. Then did you play a good chess game?
So Iriko was here on yesterday, day before yesterday, and I saved the video, but I don't know. For some reason I want to upload it, and not upload it for me. But he said, you try to play the bull, you try to play the commission, you try to play the Iripua group, and it got caught up with you. What do you say to that?
He has to qualify what he mean by that. Like I just told you, I was innocently there presiding over the convention so that at the end of the day we'll make money. That all my mind was. I was not there to play nobody. And they didn't want who called the police, and we ended up losing money. So they didn't want we're playing. He didn't want to play us. Ain't nobody gonna put that blame on me. You notice that when the policeman came, I pleaded with him to let us go on.
Yeah.
And saw that they called the police, and I was able to subdue the police. Then they called the property manager and lied to her that how she called the police that the whole place should be shut down because she lied to her. I told the officer, please let the property manager come and see that there's nobody fighting here. Then the man said, oh no, the woman said the place should be shut down. She don't want to hear all of that. So I said, but officer, nobody is fighting. Look here. He said, okay, well, you got 5 minutes to get out of here because I convinced them. You were there. They didn't say we should get out there, allow all to go on. Then somebody called again. Somebody called again. They called the woman who rented the place for some white lady. And I had to say everybody should leave. Because they called and lied.
But what could have been the objective of people were calling? What were they hoping for? What do you think?
They wanted to shut down. They wanted to shut down. They wanted to shut down. You know, you got detractors everywhere. You got detractors everywhere. They wanted to shut down. And that's what they did. So they would say they were playing chess game. They shut the thing down. We end up losing. Then I guess your intelligence will shut fall. Because if you play a game of intelligence, then you should play in such a way that you will make money, right? We didn't make no.
Yeah.
GGAA has to pay them $15,000. And because of what they did, we didn't make money. If we are going ahead with everything, we are made over 60, 70,000. We take on the man 15,000. We're gonna have about 50,000 in profit. That was enough money to do anything. When the liaison team called me today to say that we still got to pay the people money, I said, oh no, go to GGAA, but the people threatening to beat him up. So I said, okay, let me send $200. I sent my own $2,000, $200, not $2,000, $200. I sent it.
Are you mad about what happened at the convention?
I'm very mad. But by talking, I like the flow, be the flow. Because I believe it when Plato said, justice is what the authority says it is. You don't have to agree. Just go with the flow. The authority king, they say we should leave. Well, who am I? And you notice that after that, I got on the airwave and Kelly Jiroka threw in, we got another hole. We went there because I was thinking, I didn't want my people to just go home and go to sleep. Let them go dance and have fun. And we got there by 10 o'clock. We were there until 2:30. We allowed the guest speaker to speak for about 20, 30 minutes. The rest of it was also dancing. I was looking around for my treasurer and other people to come beat to the door. You were not there, so everybody entered for free. Once again,
Really?
that my own money I pay for us to have the second hall. I paid $1,000 for that second hall. But then
Your own money you pay for that hall?
yeah, for the second hall. Because I feel the load was on my head, Gibson. I didn't want my people to just go to sleep. They wanted to have fun. They came to have fun, Gibson. They didn't come to go to sleep. They came to have fun. So I couldn't see the treasurer. The people who had the money, I couldn't see them. So when I got Cherry Jiroka, we went to the mic machine, and I took the money out, I gave it to him, and they wanted to book the other hall. But yesterday,
Are you going to be requesting for that money?
Eh?
Are you going to be requesting for a refund?
Cherry Jiroka said that they refunded $500 because there were no eventuality. If you know what I mean. So they gave $500, and he gave it to me. I told him to keep $200 and gave me $300. Then he said, "Oh no, Mr. President, or bad enough, you spending your own money. You know, you came to our town, so let me just give you your money." So he sent a whole $500 back. So technically speaking, GAA owe me $500.
I want you to respond to this from Michael V. It says, the treasurer was there on time, Mr. President. He did not collect money because people were disappointed in you people, the administration.
The second hall, the treasurer was not there. The second hall, you were in the first hall, the place where they call the police. The second hall, the place where Cherry Jiroka got for us. Crispy did not go there for him to be to the door because a lot of people came, they all enter for free. Somebody said that there was an official from Des Moines who were collecting 2020. I don't know who the official is. I don't know who the official is. I don't live in the people town. I don't know who the official is. Crispy did not go to the second hall, Mr. Jerome. He went
when you got on the convention floor, what was the dominant voice of the attendees to you? People who talking to, because definitely once you get there, people will call you or talk to you right there. They will tell you their mind, what they're there for. What was the dominant voice?
There were divergence of voices, but the most important one was that we resolve the complaint before we go to the election the next day. So that's why we're coming up at AOB. Majority of the people wanted us to resolve the complaint first before we go to part 2 the next day. And I said, okay, it's all coming up at AOB. So the secretary and myself hang here, and you were going to say that we got a couple of complaints pursuant to Article 5, Section 2D, that any complaint you got should be resolved at the convention by a single majority. And then you were going to say complaint number 1, Thelma Brown King. Then Thelma Brown was going to come and give a complaint. We put it one side. Then Bobby Tolly come. Then Jason Jeru come. And then we get to eminent counsel if that. But the opportunity was not given. The police were called, we were all kicked out, and we lost money.
Archie Mao is expressing a concern here. Archie Mao say, why should we pay again? We bought our tickets at the business section.
No, there were some people who didn't pay to come business section.
Okay, so those are the people you were talking about.
You are going to show your receipt. If you don't have receipt, then you are going to pay.
Yes, that's exactly. We usually do that to the board. Once you go there, you show your receipt, they let you in. If you don't have a receipt, you pay and go in. And you thought that a lot of people went there, they probably did not even have receipt and they were just allowed to go in because there was nobody at the door.
Right. The treasurer was not there.
Okay, let me make a breach here and now I'll come right back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking to the president, the former president of the Grand Youth Association in Americas, telling us about his disappointment, his his concerns, and we are still discussing the convention. And we'll soon open the line. The number is on the screen. You can call that number and just stay in there. I will come back to you in no time. So let me go back to you, Mr. President. I still, once a president, always a president. So the election that morning, you consider that election illegal. Do you still believe that it was illegal?
It was illegal in the sense that we did not end the business section. The business section was supposed to end there first before we go to part 2. We didn't end the business section. So how do you jump straight to election? But like I said, it is the board that conducts the election, right? Not the administration. The election commission and the board. So
no, you have responsibility though. I mean, I agree. Even the board does not have authority over the election commission. The election commission conduct the election, but that particular moment, the board was in control of that hall, and there were 2 police officers. But you still said you went there and said it was illegal, but it couldn't be stopped.
There were some other people out there say election should not go on because the business session did not end, and we're telling the police officer. In my presence, the police officer said, if you think the election is illegal, you should take them to court. But they have no power to stop it. And that was the end of that. You're not going to stop it physically. So
no, you're right. You're right. It's a civil matter. They will definitely say that.
If you think election is illegal, you should take the people to court. So they came to me. I said, oh, what you want me to do? No, first they came to me. So I said, well, the police officer there, tell the officer, the one that's the guy who came to me, said, well, this is the president, and we are saying that this is an illegal process because we did not end the business section, so it should be stopped. Police officer said, no, we cannot stop it. And I was sitting right there. If you think that the process is illegal, you should take them to court. So I said, okay, you can't blame me. You heard what the police officer said. And then at that instant, I think it was Otavia Gilmore or Alfred Yoni. Somebody came to me and said, Mr. President, let's go outside. Let's go. Milton Council, one was sat in the car. And then Otavia Gilmore came and said that because a lot of people are coming to me to the car bringing complaint that we should stop the election, we should do this, we should do that. So Otavia Gilmore said we should go away from the hall, we should go to his car because his car was way on the other side in the parking lot. So I left from there, I went to his car. I sat there until they said 169 people voted out of 1,200. And then my secretary, Japa, called me. I went there and
1,200 people in the convention.
The people that registered to vote.
Huh?
About 1,000.
And even though there were some people who did not even register.
Yeah. And out of that, only
1,200. So out of 1,200, 169 people, some people say 168 people voted to oppose Madam Poa in. That doesn't sound like a mandate, though.
That's why I'm just telling you the reality.
You got to speak against Madam Poa because you think she will audit you?
Okay, I'm not worried about that. They won't audit me. I spend my own money. You won't audit me, let them get ready to pay my money. That's all I say. Because you will audit you. I'm not even worried about that. None of that. One thing I also say, they want to audit me. Before they go audit William Yanu, they audit Mato Kana, they audit Tim McCauley, they audit Fred Gwen, they audit Menu, then they come to me. And let's be fair now, let's do it across the board. Right? You want audit everybody. Let's do it fairly.
Why they may not have problem with it. Other people, they might just have problem with you.
I'm open to anything that comes. I've been making my financial report since I became president for the past 4 years. Each and every cent I spend is accounted for.
And you also include a money that you pay by yourself?
Yeah, everything is there.
In the financial report.
In one of the reports, I said GGAA is indebted to President James Youboty. Everything is there. Everything is there. And look, you and me just talked just now. I'm not president no more. I just sent $200 to Liberia to the liaison team so they'll pay the contractor. No? Because I'm looking at it from the point of view of I don't want it. Because in Liberia, somebody can do you harm, nothing can come out of it.
Are you going to support Madam Poa because the election, according to you, was illegal? I also believe that it was illegitimate. I don't know what illegal is, but illegitimate. Are you prepared to support her, or you just hands off because you don't want to participate in an illegitimate process?
going on the premise that justice is what the authority says it is, I'm going to support her. I got to respect the authority. Going on that premise. The people who say that the election is illegal or illegitimate, the policeman made it simple, go sue them. You know? So nobody has sued yet. So in the meantime, we got to work with the new leadership. Where if somebody brings a lawsuit and then they say that Madam Poor is not the president no more, and then we're going with the flow. But right now, I had no intention of suing nobody. So I got no choice but to work with Madam Poor. You got me? Yeah. Gonna work with Madam Poor because I'm not gonna sue nobody. I got better things on my mind to occupy
This
my
is what Mr. Bouillonless wrote. Mr. Bouillonless said, my goodness, out of 1,200 people, only 169 people voted to elect a president. This is completely, this looks like a flop in my view. I mean, 1,200, you didn't even reach the 200 mark. 1,200 and just 68 people say she should be president. This is travesty of election. Don't you think so? You think she's going to, you think she's going to get the support of the people, or she's going to have a lot of challenges?
Mr. Jeru, when I went to congratulate Madam Poor, I said live on the camera that this election is illegal, but also so was the birth of Jesus Christ. That's what I said. I swear to God.
How was Jesus' birth illegal?
Mary was married to Joseph, right?
Yeah.
Mary married to Joseph.
And then God came and committed what? Adultery?
Right. So it's not illegal.
But
guess what? Jesus Christ came to be the greatest person that ever lived.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ignoble birth. I also stated that Jacob and Esau, you remember that in the Bible also? The blessing was from Esau. But then Jacob came and defrauded his father Isaac and got the blessing through fraud. Because the blessing was not intended for him. But even though he got the blessing, he became the father of Israel. And Israel became the chosen people of God. From whence come King David, King Solomon, and down the line, Jesus Christ. Their foreparents did not get a blessing through an illegal process, but they became great. So who knows, Madam Poor might be a great president, even though the way she became president was not the right way. But if she play her cards right, she might be a great president. So the water has passed under the bridge already. Let's look at the anticipated leadership of Edith Poor. That's the way I'm looking at it, instead of dwelling on whether it was legal or whether it was not legal. It's only 24 months before you know it. 24 months is over. Can you imagine how we elected yesterday? You talking about 48 months ago, and my time is over already. Before you know it, quick, time passed. Even after 12 months, then our election been no talking again.
At your election, was it in Minnesota? How many people, what was your vote? You remember?
My vote, I won Edith with a margin of 277. That was my margin of victory.
Yeah, because I remember it was 318, something like that, or 338. And then you imagine her for 200. But she didn't even reach the 200 mark, though.
No. It was almost 1,000 people that voted in that place.
Yeah, yes.
Almost 1,890 something. And my margin of victory over Edith was 277.
So it means you are around 6 something. That means your vote was around 6 something.
Yes.
But with 169 out of 1,200, I mean, I'm troubled. I didn't know the figure. So, but now I feel a little bit like trouble, like there's no mandate at all. I mean, there will be a little bit of a challenge for her to unite. I believe she's a very person who can get around. But I asked Eric on Thursday, and I asked him what was his regrets for the convention. And he stated that the fact that the convention did not end, the business section did not end, was one of his regrets.
Good.
What is yours apart from the business section?
We didn't make money. I'm a businessman. We didn't make money. We did not make money. When I took that money from Prince Vlay, when Chairman Omega Carter said, Mr. President, the budget is approved for 17,400. I said, well, we don't have the money. So he said, find it. Go find it. That's what he said. So for me to go to Prince Vlay, for him to look in my face, he and my daughter, their wedding money, to give it to me because they trust me. And election commission membership committee said about 1,000 and change people register. So I figure if 1,000 people register and each of them pay $50, 50,000 right there just for that. Right? Then you got other people coming. You got chapter. We're going to make about 70,000. You take out the $1,500 for Prince Lady, we're going to have a 50,000. So I did my projectional analysis. So for us to not make that money because somebody called police, it's a travesty. It's a travesty. I'm sorry to say, that was my total regret. Whatever was happening in there, we were resolving.
But you're not going to, by other means, you are still going out. You're not going to preside over the money. So why do you care?
But that's not the point. That's not the point. I was thinking about Prince Vlay money must be paid. So when I did my calculation before I took that money from him, I said, if all the people come in, when we take out the 15,000, we're going to have 50,000 going to GGAA. That's what I was thinking. And then we'll go out there because Change Asian Network said they need 15,000 to go to Swadru and continue the resource center, the basketball court, and the leadership academy. So I felt optimistic that we're going to have the money. So for it to come down to somebody calling the police and we didn't make money, that was my total regret.
Mr. Kohn seems to be disagreeing with your figure of 1,200. And this is what he said. He said, Mr. Jeru, registration from various chapters is different from convention attendees. There are people who pay $10 to register, but did not come to the convention. Is your analysis based on people who register, who send their list, chapter that send their list, or is your analysis based on people who actually register at the convention?
Mr. Jeru, we got nowhere knowing because the convention was cut short.
Yeah, okay.
Cut short.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only going by the list that my membership committee put out there. Over 1,000 people. That's what I'm going by. That's what
So your assumption was, I received 1,200 list of people, and I would expect that these people will all come. I will only know if the convention has succeeded and ended in peace. Yes. So that was your calculation.
Yeah. That was my calculation that we're going to make enough money to pay Prince Vlay his money, enough money to get Change Asian Network money to go continue the project, enough money to keep aside for the inauguration. That's what I was thinking, but unfortunately, we made so much demand on the genie. He said, put me back in the bottle and go back to go break Pankana. The genie said, no, you don't want this.
I got a copy of the receipt from Prince Vlay for the administration. Is it okay I display, or I should just keep it for my own information? I mean, it's something.
Oh wow!
I got it from someone else.
Yeah, I know you get it around anyway. Like Jason Jeru now. Jason Jeru, they say you use a word for analyst newspaper. They say you use a word for the grammar newspaper. Is that true?
I'm a journalist now, so I can get it, the information any way I can get it. But I could display it just so people to know what happened. And because sometimes people doubt it if you're speaking about it. And so by displaying it will put people in a frame of mind to think about it. Well, if you don't mind, I can do that.
No, I don't mind. I mean, I didn't give it to you, so the person who gave it to you with the intent. explained it.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely. I was going to publish it, but then I'd say, well, the president is coming, so let me just discuss it with him. Let me put it on the screen here.
Also,
yeah, April 16, 2023. I, the undersigned James Youboty, president of GGAA, received the amount of $15,000 from Mr. Prince Vlay through his fiancée, Queen Patience Saka. The proceeds will be used to fund GGA convention in Des Moines, Iowa in May 2023. Immediately thereafter, the loan will be repaid with a 10% in by GGAA. Signed, James Youboty, GGAA president, Milton Khan, GGAA board member. So he was witness, Milton was witness, so to make sure that somebody witnessed it. This money, has it been paid with the interest or is still outstanding?
It's still outstanding. My treasurer had the money. I told him to turn the money over to Prince Vlay. We all met at the bank. And to my surprise, Mr. Omega Kara, chairman of the board, told my treasurer that Omega Kara, ain't got nothing to do with that, that my administration or transaction. Listen to your president, turn the money over, and you people make your report. You know me, I ISO. I'm telling you exactly what Omega Kara said. Omega Kara did not say, don't turn the money over. He didn't say so. Omega Kara said, he ain't got nothing to do with it, not a business. I'm talking to my treasurer. Let my treasurer turn the money over from where we got it from. So when I got to the bank, my treasurer was there already. And as soon as he saw me, I said, okay, Crispy, bring the money. Prince Vlay is here. Let's get in your money. He said, okay, he coming, he going outside. He went outside, and then his wife, Margot V, followed him. While we're in there waiting for Crispy, Crispy left. Then Omega told me to come so that I will introduce Idepoa and Yento Breeze as a new signature, which I did. After I did all of that, then they said, well, okay, this is the receipt. Your treasurer deposited the money in the account. So I said, oh, really? That's why he disappeared like that. He went outside, he left. So I got no proof, but I think he was in cahoots with somebody. He was in cahoots with the new people coming. Because I told him, bring the money, let's give it to the man. Even Chairman Omega Kara said, listen to your president, turn the money over. But apparently you're listening to somebody else. When he deposited the money in the account, and I didn't even know. All I know, Crispy still got the money. I didn't know he deposited the money in the account. So when I got in the bank, I saw he went outside and Marco V following, and they left. They left, going driving back to Louisville, Kentucky. So they kept me in the dark. But let the record show, because I know this video will be said, that GGAA owed Prince Vlay $15,000 plus 10% interest, which is $16,500. It's not James Youboty, we owe it. Chairman Kara told me, I told him we don't have money. He said, go find the money. And that's what I did. I did my projection that we're going to make over 50,000. We took out the man 15,000, we're going to have 35,000 or 40,000. But of course, you know what happened. Police were called. The genie went back in the bottle, and GGA is back to breaking Pankana. So that's what it is.
The genie went back in the bottle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. It is a little bit shocking for me that it took place, because I thought there was an animosity between you and the board chair.
No.
The board chair was saying one thing and you saying another thing.
No,
then the treasurer may be right to do what he did. But if the board chair is in agreement, then I don't think there's no justification why it cannot be done. Because in any case, you will have to make a report of that.
That's what Omega Kara said. He said, you do what you do and make your report. That's what Omega said. Because it is Omega who told me to go find the money, and that's what I did. Omega said, Mr. President, that your administration transaction, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Do what you have to do and make your report. That's what he said to Crispy. Then Crispy went behind my back, he deposited the money, and as soon as he saw me, he got in and wiped the left. I didn't know that he deposited the money in the account. I didn't know. Then when he left now, they told me to go take my signature, which I did. After I did all of that, by the time they showed me the deposit slip. That's what happened.
Hello?
But I would say to the new administration of Grand Youth Association in America, that $15,000 is not for Grand Youth Association. It is for Prince Vlad and my daughter.
I'll call you back.
Please,
you know,
if you want to have good luck, pay the people money.
I begin to see what Mr. Bouillonly said on, I think, Wednesday or Tuesday, that your members of your administration and you were not on the same page. There were people who were working along with the board. There were people who were working with the Idipoa group, and there were one or two people that were working with you. Could Crispy be one of those who were working against you in the administration? Did you notice that from any time?
For the past 4 years, Crispy been coming to meeting, we've been working together. You did not complain. Everything was proceeding orderly. So for you to do what you did, it was shocking to me. It was extremely shocking. Say what you want to say about Omega Kala, but Omega Kala said he told Crispy, turn the money over and y'all make the report. That's what Omega said. He said it in Crispy ear. Then apparently Crispy listened to somebody else. Because if you listen to Omega, you're going to turn the money over to Prince Vlad. Or at least you're going to give me the money. Let me give it to Prince Vlad. But he did not.
But I think administration is continuated. So the Idipoa administration should be responsible to pay Vlad without argument, because
they're responsible. They should not be. They are. Not they should be. They are responsible.
Yeah, they are responsible because it's continuated. One administration takes an action, another administration is responsible, because even the money that was borrowed because we wanted to host a convention, and she is a beneficiary of the convention.
Mm-hmm.
So as a beneficiary of the convention, you should be able to take care of the process that brought you into power.
Yeah.
And that happens to be the money that was spent to be able to host the convention, pay for the hall, pay for food, and everything else that went on. If she had doubt, she can conduct an investigation, but I don't think she should refuse to pay back that money. That will set a bad example for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I too wanted to put the money forward. I too wanted to put the money forward for 10%. I would have been grossly, I want to be grossly disappointed.
Know you for we are, Young Bill want to get his money.
I was going to get my money. Yeah, but Prince Blair will still get his money. Blair will still get his money. Let me ask you a question that Mr. Iricon, there was a bombshell that he shared with us on Thursday. And he is watching, so if I'm misquoting, he can come back and make the correction. He said, all along your 4 years, Mr. Bouillonly was still on the account. And he was only removed from the account on Monday. On Monday, that was 13, 14, 15, on the 15th of May. Was he still on the account? Why was he not removed when he's no longer chairman of the board?
Unknowingly, Mr. Jeru, in January, is it 2022 or 2020? No, late part of 2021, early part of January 2022, Youboty flew to Arizona because at that time Bouillonly was there and Omega Kala there. And Bouillonly took us to the bank for my signature and Omega Kala to be So we went there, and if my memory can serve me right, we told the lady that it was something like a Hispanic lady to remove Bouillonly's name, and she said, okay, everything will be done. So they added my name, they added Omega Kala name, and we left. And then I came to Philadelphia, Bank of America here. Every time I go, I don't be asking the people who are the signatory. I don't be asking that question. Because
right. Nobody would bother themselves with that.
All I know,
if you thought that everything was done.
Right. I didn't know that Bunyani was not removed. But let's do it this way. Bunyani did not go to the account to take out any money or to do anything. He's such a good guy. I had never seen a principal, with an LED at the end, person like Bunyani. He didn't go there to say, oh, my name, GGAA account, let me go take the money. Bunyani did not do that. So you can respect the man. Yeah,
did he even know? Did he even know that his name was on the account?
He probably didn't even know too. Because all he knew that his name was removed. And let me tell you something else. Crispy Ramio's name was not there because he didn't come for us to go Bank of America. They don't have Bank of America in Kentucky. For us to say, let me go to Philadelphia branch, you go Kentucky branch, and I put your name. There's no Bank of America in Kentucky. Number one. Number two, Crispy Ramio came to Philadelphia for a NIAO program. And then he said, oh, Mr. President, I'm here. My plane will be leaving soon in so time. So I said, okay, you know what? Citizen Bank is on the way to the airport. So let me there. Let go. He came to my shop, and then I drove behind you, or he drove behind me, whatever. We went to Citizen Bank, and Crispy name was added on the account at Citizen Bank. And we had a fundraiser in Philadelphia. He the one that had the money. He the one that made the deposit into the account at Citizen Bank. And then from there, he continued on to the airport, got on the plane and left. So his name was on the account at
Citizens Bank.
Huh?
His name was on the account at Citizens Bank, but not the
Bank of America.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me read some of your comments, and then we will, if you have not already called the number on the screen, then we'll not be able to access your call. I'm not taking call from my personal phone. I'm taking call from the number on the screen. So if you like to call, there's a number on the screen. Let me put that number here as well, so that those of you who want to make a call using phone, you cannot see clearly, so you will be able to make this call. If you have questions and everything, we're going to be respectful, no matter how you don't like it. So this is the number to call, and for you to be available, for you to ask your question. I think I don't know. I lost the video of Mr. Youboty. I will monitor his video when he comes on. I will have him back on air. But I wanted him to listen to the to the comments, and then let me see. Mr. Youboty video is off. And but if you have not made a call, if you have not called the number on your screen, you can go ahead and call the number on your screen. For those of you who are listening, I want you to listen to the numbers. I'm going to call it very carefully. It is 518-318-5893. 518-318-5893. If you want to make a call to ask Mr. James Youboty a question, or you want to, if you want to say something, you are most welcome to. He's back. His video is back. And so let's read the comments that are here. The first one is coming from Achi Mao. Achi Mao says, so you agree that you serve 2 terms. And this one's coming from Michael V. Remio said, Mr. President, I think you were the one disagreeing with the board chairman, and that gave the others the chance to disrespect the chairman at that time. That causes the whole problem that evening. And this one is from Fomba. We're not talking about JNB, so I'm going to pass on it. Bouillon says the board, administration, and the part team all played a chess game. The GGAA members became the losers. Our efforts to have the people speak and air their grievances failed. Let's see what happened. Michael V says, but the treasurer announced the amounts that were collected at the door during the business meeting. I didn't hear that. I didn't know how much was that. And let me go to, she continues, well, why will you say that you don't know how much we collected when you were at the bank with the treasurer, board of chairman, and the newly elected administration, Mr. President? That's a question that coming to Mr. James Youboty. She said, yep, you can call. And Bouillonly comes back and say, one of the players in the chess game won. So Madame Poir was one of the players in the chess game, and she won. Michael V say, I will say yes on that, Mr. Gibson. I don't know what was that. And Maki as Manu said, Maki says there should be no complaint or argument from Eric Kong. They have succeeded in whatever the plan. I don't know what the plan, Maki. And if you have the time, you could call and then let me know. Let me go to Michael V says he was there on time, Mr. President. He did not collect money because people were disappointed in you people, the administration. And I go to Archie Mao says, why should we pay again? We bought our tickets at the business section. And Bouillonly comes here and says the people are tired and collecting and donating monies will seriously be an uphill battle for the GGAA. This one, Bouillonly continues and says, my goodness, out of 1,200 people, only 169 people voted to elect a president. And Eric Cohn says, Mr. Jaru, registration from various chapters is different from convention attendees. There are people who pay $10 to register, but did not come to the convention. And Bouillonly continues, election travesty. And you use that word too, Mr. Youboty. Election travesty, manipulation, conspiracies, manipulation, treasury, deception are all part of the Iowa Convention. I'm usually making a very strong case here. Prince Double says, is that a new agreement, Mr. Gibson Jeru? And Michael V. Romeo says she's laughing. I don't know. What was that she was laughing about? Bouillonly said more than 1,000 people attended the convention, but due to treasury, manipulation, and other tactics to compromise the system by few people, majority left. That's very interesting. Michael V doesn't feel like she can let go. She said, Crispy Remio worked with you all these years. He did not listen to other people, but today he's listening to other people. What does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean, that listening to other people? Well, if you work with a man until then, the job was not still done. The job was still continuing because he was still president. The signatures have not been changed. Somebody was elected, but he still has a responsibility to make sure that the promise he made to Alex Blay, is supposed to keep that promise. So, Mr. Remio, if the board chairman say listen to your president, and that is true, then Mr. Remio was supposed to listen and pay that money because he was still going to make report. Let me go to Prince Double. Prince Double said Gibson Jared, the first agreement President Youboty's son did not have witness. So is he disputing that Mr. Milton Khan witnessed the receipt, and Bouillonly comes, the money should be deposited and later before any payment is made. Bouillonly agrees with Crispy Remio that the money should be in the account and then pay later. Lawson Zilly said, Bouillonly, why are you always involved in controversy? What do you mean? The German judge expressed his view. What are the controversy? Oh, you're talking about a bank account? And Crispy Remio said, and that's what the treasurer said. All he said was he was going to deposit the money into the account, in the organization account, bank account, and any transaction will be done through the organization bank account. Well, that's a fine financial policy. The only thing is the agreement was made that right after the convention, Alex Blay was going to be paid immediately. He didn't say the next day. So I will disagree.
Prince Blay,
not Alex Blay. Prince Blay. Let me go to Bouillonly. Bouillonly says, I am not involved in controversy. I always want the right thing to be done. I am not like those who shy away when things are not done. And this one coming from Lawson Ziti said, but Bouillonly, do you have any doubt that Mr. Youboty is saying? This one comes to my panelists who could not come today because he is driving from Milwaukee to Minnesota, and he's been listening, and he says, Bouillonly do not respond to Lawson Zilly. The only hangs out with people that have no interest in him. Not one day has he attended any anything in the interest of GGAA. He stay afar and throws stone. That's a great comment there. And this one is coming from Vlay is laughing about Editon Robert McToody's senior's comment. He said, and all that Toodies can say stays. Thank you very much. He was correcting something. Let me go back to Mr. Youboty. Which of the comments caught your attention?
The one that caught my attention was when Michael V said he's been working with you for 4 years. Listening to now. Last time he didn't listen to me. I told him get the money to Prince Vlay. Chairman Omega Kara said get the money to Prince Vlay and make a report. He didn't listen. So it caught my attention. Prince Vlay was right there. You got the money. Give the man his money and make the notation. He didn't do it. In fact, he didn't even have the face to look in my face. As soon as he saw I entered, he sat down for a few minutes. I said, Crispy, get the man money. He said, okay. He went outside. I told you, you're going outside to go get the money so get to Prince. Then when he went a few minutes later, Michael B followed. Before I know it, it disappeared. Then after I took my name off the account, that's the time they showed me the slip that they had deposited the money in the account.
You know, let me openly say that it discourages people who want to come forward in the future if Grand Jury has an issue, because if you made an agreement with the administration and you told the administration, hey, I will give you the money, but I want my money right after the program because I don't want to be running behind anybody, and the administration agrees, that's a bond. That's something that people need to live by, because if I was going to give my money, I would have wanted my money right afterwards, and it would have been a frustration if I couldn't get my money and they have to go through the bureaucratic bottleneck before I get my money. Why if Madam Poir says, you know what, I didn't know about this thing, so we got to investigate before we pay you. This man is supposed to be getting married, and his wedding money he gave out. So if Madam Poir decides, say, we're not giving the money now until after 6 months, we're trying to adjust ourselves, so wait for us, what happens?
Then she will be wrong. Then she will be totally wrong. She will be wrong. I am turning over to you. I'm telling you, this money is not for me. It's for this guy. I gave it to him. You're not going to, why are you waiting 6 months? She will be wrong. She'll be totally wrong. I must say that Miss Madam Poir did not say so. She was too intelligent to say such a thing.
I'm just saying something that could happen. It may be true that she will not say anything, but that's why I'm trying to disagree with Crispy Remio, because if that was Crispy Remio's money, if he was the one that borrowed that money to the administration and said, I want my money right after the program, I don't want no running behind people. And then after that, and he is the same treasurer, would he have deposited the money in the account before requesting for his money? Those are questions that people should ask themselves. Because when Prince Vlay gave that money, he gave it with a caveat. Gave my money right after the program.
Yeah.
I don't want no problem.
Yep.
I want you, and you called the man out. He called the man out. The man repeated the statement. So it is an agreement. I don't want people to be afraid in the future to say, I'm not going to give my money, because when you give your money, it will take 6 months before they give you a 1 year.
Yeah, but you more Jason Jerry, stop talking like that.
No. I agree with you. I agree with you. You said Europe would not say that. I agree. You know, I just don't want for it to even take any time before Mr. Vlay get his money, because he's supposed to be getting married and he deserves his money. He tried to work in the interest of Grand Jury County. He should not be suffering because of that. Well, Mr. Bouillonly agrees that the money first should be deposited in the account and then be given out to those who made the credit. So Bouillonly are on different page. It is a good accounting principle for someone to pay money from the account, but that happens to be with the agreement that against the agreement that was made. Let me ask you last few more questions, and then let me see if anybody on the, yes, I think I have some callers here, and because I have some callers, I will go straight to the lines. I'll go straight to the lines, and I will take the callers, Mr. Youboty. so you can respond to your callers. Okay, guys, you know our rules here. We don't insult, we don't disrespect. So I would expect that you will be able to respect my guest, so we all can be on the same page. I don't want a situation where
clean nose, healthy life.
I'm trying to get in here.
When we first,
Right.
dude, it was just Claire and I.
I'm trying to get in here, and I got what's it, M. Robertson? I don't know who is M. Robertson. I got Matuti, I got Yonley, I think it's Boo Yonley, and I got Crispy McGovey Remio.
Children's Research Hospital.
Please announce yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm just going straight forward to do the course. So I'm not announcing myself. Okay, let me go to first. Let me see who came in first.
Your siblings, and I didn't realize.
Okay, I see Crispy McAvee Remio came right after Boo Yonley. Mr. Yonley, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, so you have comments or questions?
Receive a bill from
Yeah, I would, thank you very much for. Can you hear me?
Everybody hears you fine.
You can hear me clear?
Yeah, we can hear you clear.
Oh, very good. Okay, yeah, I want to thank Mr. Youboty for coming on and being able to clarify some of the things that have been going on. I will first of all try to kind of debunk one Billy, even though Bobby Soto say I should forget about him. I haven't heard that name before. I don't think they got to know what's going on within the Grand GGAA Association. We have sacrificed so much with this organization, and we don't want to see things going, astray.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you saw most of the things I was reading. I expressed my views. Anybody can express their opinion.
Yeah.
I don't want to make him understand that I'm not involved in controversy. I just want to make sure that the right thing is done. Doing things right, efficiency, doing the right thing. All those things that supposed to be done in the organization. We have to do things straight. Like we all went over there, we have an elephant in the room. And I keep on repeating that. Okay, the elephant in the room was the election dispute. People have problems with the election commissioner being impeached and then appointing new election commissioner. So these are some of the things we want to solve at the national conference. As we said, we got 3 organs. And those 3 organs are the what? The national conference, the national board of directors, and the national president. So the national conference was to be the place where the people who are air their grievances in terms of what they are not satisfied with. And, it was not bad because the people already, as I said, there was a chess game that was going on. These guys were playing their chess. And, we can't do anything because even in the agenda, you see that? If you look at the agenda, we saw the agenda last minute of time. When we saw the agenda, there was nothing like, people grieving. And they said they have it on an AOB. Can you imagine that? A lot of people went over there. Over thousands of people went to that place. We all sacrificed to pay our, airfare to go over there and pay hotel bills, car rental and those kind of things. Over $1,000 per person. Can you imagine that? And you go there, you want to express yourself, and the people just put it down under the carpet. I mean, these are things that happen at the convention, and that's why I wrote there conspiracy. All these words I use. We can keep on doing these things. The way Youboty said, the brand association is about what? Raising funds to carry on projects.
Right.
So if we can't be able to raise funds, then what kind of organization are we having? The people who raising the funds, we supposed to get the people the power, the voice, so that they can be able to air their voice. But if you don't get these people the power to be able to be heard,
right,
how would the people pay their money? The people will not be able to pay their money because they are not being heard. One of the very few people who corrupt the system, these are the people who are making decisions. And these are some of the things we're talking about.
You said let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said that Mr. Youboty administration was also involved in a chess game. What role you think he played in a chess game?
I don't think Youboty knew what he was doing. So, I mean, if you ask Youboty, he doesn't even know. But somebody will come to him and say, "Oh, say this," and say, "Okay." I mean, he doesn't want to make another person annoyed, so he don't want to satisfy everyone. So he was there hanging there. He doesn't know that his two principal deputies, okay, they were on one side, and he was the only person in his own island. You see that? Those guys were working with the board, they were working with the other party. So even the last hall where they rented, you didn't even know about the hall. When you ask people, they say he doesn't know about the hall that they rented when they're going to have the election. Can you imagine that? A president doesn't even know? So the whole thing was just a mess. That whole thing was a mess. I just want the brother to know, the brother who wrote down there that Boo Yonle is involved in controversy. My brother, I'm not involved in controversy. We just want to make sure that the right thing is done. We all left Liberia. Most of the people left Liberia because what? Because of all the controversy. People want to cheat. People are the helm of authority. They always cheat. When it's time for election, they want to cheat. These are some of the things that make people bet that what brother war in Liberia. And we'll come here and they want to repeat the same thing. Look at over 1,000 people registered to vote. Over 1,000 people went over there. Warren said they get people voted. So he elect somebody. Because you was the problem, he doesn't want to talk. But if I was a leader, I would not allow that. I want people's voices to be heard. Yes, from the people, if it's what y'all get, y'all go ahead and have the election, fine. But you put everything on our AFB.
Mr. Jeru.
Yeah, Mr. Yonle.
Yeah,
Mr. Yonle. Mr. Buyonle. James Youboty wants to say something, and somebody have the recording in the background. Could you please put the audio off because it's interfering with Mr. Yonle's comment? Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Youboty.
Okay, what I want to find out from Mr. Yonle is we went to the election ground, and the people who were expressing their grievances, we went to the police. I was there, and they said the election is illegal. It should not go on because we did not end the business section. And the policeman said, if you think the process is illegal, take them to court. So what I want to ask Buyonle is, what else would I have done other than doing what the policeman told me to do? How would I have stopped the process? Policeman said, if you think it's an illegal process, take them to court. Okay, I left outside.
I heard your question.
Okay.
Mr. Jeru, can I come in quick?
No, hold on, please.
No, let me finish. The man asking me questions. Yeah, Mr. Youboty, if I were you already gave the gavel to the people. You already turned it over to the people. The people, they don't want to hire the hall. They call the police. Why are you going to do all that? You have no right to go there. You got to make you change. They hire the hall. Okay? They hire the police. What are you going to do there? Because you already turned over to the people, so you have nothing. You got no peace of pride. People already made their decision. They made their plan already. So why you want to do that? If I was you, I won't go there. Let them do what they want to do.
Okay, on to the next one. Okay, thank you, Mr. Yonle. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Yonle. You can either stay on and just put the background quietly so I can go to the.
I'll go on mute.
Okay, thank you very much. Somebody said I wanted to come in quick. Who was that?
Edington Bobby Tudi.
Yeah, Mr. Tudi, come in.
Yeah, we're going to the line again, Mr. Jeru. We came on the line here. Come on with the question on this show. Friends, if you don't like it, you leave from this show. This
No, guys. No, guys.
I was the first man. Nobody was.
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
I'm on the line. When I got on the line, I was music playing.
Yeah, Prince.
Mr. President.
Prince.
Mr. Prince.
Hold on 1 minute, Prince. I didn't even recognize that you were here because the number you call with is different. But let him just finish. I will come to you. Okay, I saw you first.
Yeah. Mr. Jeru, go ahead. Mr. Jeru.
Yeah.
for the sake of transparency and the respect and civility, let Prince go ahead. I will wait till he can put me. Let not be the other people on the show. Let's tell Prince it's a different show. Let Prince speak. I will speak after him.
Thank you very much, Prince.
But I've been here before Prince, though. I've been here before.
No, Prince was here before you.
So
No, Prince was here before you.
me.
Prince was here before you. I saw that number a long time because he talked. It's even. Okay, Margot V, then you go ahead and talk. You are given a chance.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gerald. I want to speak to the statement that I made under the post that Mr. Youboty, President Youboty was. I will agree with Mr. Youboty that President Youboty was suffering from indecision because, according to himself, from the after party with Edith Poackley, and you go to my live and play my live video, you will get it. President Youboty said that there were lots of people that were talking in his ear. So he didn't listen to the people that were on his side from the beginning. He decided to listen to those that just came on that were talking a lot. So he was in between. He disagreed. President Youboty knew everything that was going on. With his administration and with the board member, they all had one word. But when he got to the convention there, the first place President Youboty got distracted. When they called him to call the conference to order, he started introducing Kennedy. That the first thing you guys were there. It was not part of the agenda. That was the very first mistake Mr. Youboty made. So he should acknowledge that he made that mistake. And all this stuff that happened, he should take the full responsibility, not only the board chairman. President Youboty wanted to be the good person to the audience or to listen to the body. So he decided for the audience to vote on the Constitution. And that's what brought all the jabba to the whole convention, the business center. Two, I want to address President Youboty in a very respectful manner. My president that I voted for and I got respect for him. If someone does something, employ him, Mr. Youboty. Mr. Romeo has worked with you for 4 years round. He never listened to people. But today, because he told you, Mr. President, let me deposit the money into the bank. In any transaction, because first of all, Mr. Jerry, you guys were in that building that night. When Friday at 12 noon, that the board should reside over the everything, the financing, everything. But because of the way my husband approached Omika Kala, he let them, they went to him at the door to get the money. But my husband talked to Omika and they let him stay. Constitutionally, they are not supposed to stay over in the financing after 12 a.m. Friday night. You and I know that. But because of good relationship, my husband and I worked with James Youboty for 4 consecutive years. Today, my husband became the one that listening to people. People were talking to people in his ear. According to him, he's stating it on the live show. I told him the other day on Prince of our show, he said that Christy refused to give Prince Lady money. Please do not do that, Mr. President. Christy did not refuse. All he told you was, Mr. President, our term is over. All I can do is I can deposit the money into the bank account, and whatever transaction that will go on, let it reflect on GGAA bank account in the statement. He never refused. So he needs to stop telling people everywhere he goes, people were talking.
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Margavi.
The last fundraiser they had in Philadelphia.
Let me ask you a question, Margavi.
If I can tell you that if Green Pea and his wife were in Kentucky here that weekend, catering to see Joy's daughter wedding, my husband paid a clean ticket in West Philadelphia for fundraiser. Why he was able to take him to the bank to put his knee on the other bank and didn't carry him to Bank of America, but that was done between them. So he needs to stop telling people that crazy people were talking in the ear because I really don't appreciate that.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Margavi. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was Crispy aware of the agreement between Mr. Youboty, by and through Mr. Youboty by the convention, not the GGAA, and Mr. Prinsley, that the money should be refunded immediately after the program? And was he aware of that or not?
First of all, when they were talking, my husband was sitting there. I was on the phone. I was sitting there with him. He normally don't do this. You hear me, Mr. Jeremy? he said, first of all, Mr. Youboty went in their official meeting before the convention and said he credited money from somewhere. And they asked him, who did you credit the money for? He said the sources said I shouldn't release their name. Before Mr. Youboty will release the name of the sources, they was at the business center where he called his way up.
Okay.
That was the first thing. The second thing, when they went to that meeting that evening, the one he was saying said the treasurer was not collecting money. When we left the hall after the commercial from the first hall, they called for meetings. My husband drove and went over to Prince Blair. They had meeting, and we didn't even change our clothes. We were in our same clothes when we went to the second hall. So I was shocked when he both said he was not there all time. When he drove me there, and I was doing the recording when they were speaking, the research they was giving there, everything I was doing live. So I don't know when he mean my Christy was not there. So there where they told him that he should pay Prince money in the meeting. And Christy said, I'm going to, right there, Christy told them, I'm going to deposit the money in his bank account because our time expired. We are no longer in power. So whatever transaction let it be done through GGAA bank account. And he heard it. But for some reason, here, Mr. Khan keep walking behind me. You know what? He's uncomfortable at the election ground. They keep walking behind me. Anyone he passed, Mr. Khan on my phone for the first time. Mr. Khan has become the chief of staff now. I can't let people breathe. This is GDA money. It's not Christy money. It's not over.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me go back to Prince Double.
Gerald, he said it's GGAA.
Hold on, McAvee. Hold on, hold on 1 minute. Hold on, McAvee, hold on. McAvee, hold on for Mr. Youboty.
Mr. Gerald, go on. Mr. Gerald, go on. Go on, Mr. Gerald.
Okay, make your comment, McAvee.
Mr. Gerald, this is Eric Kong. I'm on my house. Is it print double that time?
Okay, print double your time. After that, then I will go to Sam Mr. Kong is here and he responded. Bobby, you want to wait for Mr. Kong to go before you go?
No, let Bobby go because he came before.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead, Prince.
Okay, Gibson, I just got 2 points, then I'll get off. Article 16 of the organization constitution. Article 16, section A, B, it said the board, not the national administration, shall have the authority to initiate, supervise, coordinate the amendment process. We were amending the constitution at that particular convention. James Youboty had no authority then. The board appointed Kaiwule in Minneapolis to do a piece of job. Kaiwule did his job, he brought it to the board. Before the power would leave that stage, he said, Mr. Board, thank you for giving me the job. This is your job. The board chairman got up and went on stage. He thanked the Kaiwule and told the board to appoint 40 people. James Youboty took the microphone, knowing very well it was not his duty to do that. Because he know the Constitution. He led us for 4 years. So he knows the Constitution, who preside over an amendment process. And say the body must decide today, define the board's authority, where you want people to respect him. How can you do that? And board, you didn't know that. The board, former board chair, who preside work amendment process. The board, who were board chairman before. So it's kind of surprising when people saying that they must put right there. All the president needed to do, Gibson, Kerry Omega Osa. They discuss the thing and inside the dancing. They come out to one decision. They come back. They can't talk to the people. The board was speaking for one side. The Youboty and the ministry was speaking for one side. They were disrespectful to the whole body that day. And the next thing, what the president saying here, you just read another agreement. You see what is the little fishy thing what the people having with the agreement with Prince Blair money? Prince is our president for Mose PR. We will want Prince to get his money at all costs. For the preachers, there's 2 letters. I can email you the first letter that was sent April 16th. That letter had no witness on it. That letter has in 62, it is something Woodland, Illinois. James does not live in Illinois. He lives in Pennsylvania. And that letter has James' signature. It does not have a full signature. It only has James. It don't have a Youboty. If you look at the letter where he sent to his sister, it was notarized. And it had James Youboty full signature on it. And you taking 12,000 from your sister, guessing, and you taking 15,000 out of from somebody. Won't you have a witness? Won't you notarize that thing? This is the money. It's not 400, 500 we're talking about. And you asking for, you asking for 12,000, you notarize that one. But you asking for 15,000, it is not notarized. No witness. After I flagged the issue on my show, go back to my show. I think my Thursday show. When I flagged that show, that when they made that paper, what you just read.
No.
Prince, I want you to hold on. Prince, I want you to hold on. Prince, 1 minute. I want you to hold on.
Mr. J
1 minute. Just hold on for me. 1 minute.
Prince, what you are seeing is not correct at all. What you are seeing is apple and orange. You were nowhere around when that letter was written. When the girl gave me the money, when Patient Sacco, my daughter, gave me that money, Milton Khan was there and I wrote her that note. She said she couldn't find what the note is. So I sent a text. I said, oh, hold on, let me finish, Prince. Hold on, Prince. Yeah, hold on.
I'll give you a chance to ask. Let him finish. I'll let you get a chance to ask.
Who, me?
No, you finish. I will give him a chance to ask.
When my daughter gave me that money, Milton Khan was there. I wrote her that note. And then when we left, I called Prince Vlay, that I gave the money, that your wife gave me the money. Thank you so much. I will make sure you get the money. So I gave her the receipt. Then about the next day or so, Patient said she couldn't find where she put that receipt. Because I in the living room, no, in the dining room. That place, I gave her the note. She couldn't find where she put it. So I said, okay, Prince, say it like that. We need to have a record. I'm sending you a text. And I sent you a text. And then when we met to the convention, he said that Patient said she couldn't find the receipt. So we wrote another note. I think that the note that Prince Dover is referring to. But then she found the receipt later on, the original receipt that I gave her in the presence of Milton Khan. The letter to Eva said she wanted notarized. Why it was notarized? Patient Sacco didn't say she wanted notarized. So you see that because it is not notarized, so it means that she didn't give me the money. She did give me the money in the presence of Milton Khan.
Okay, let Prince ask his other question. Let Prince.
Mr. Gibson, there are two letters, and now you're explaining it. Because the letter, the email that I got was the first letter that I received that was written April 16th. It didn't have no witness on it. I called Milton Khan on Thursday because I knew Milton was the president. We were in. I drove from Minneapolis to Des Moines, and they were driving. I left them in Des Moines because I was driving with our friend. So he went with Milton. So when I called Milton on this on Thursday, I said, Milton, you were with the president. Why you did not witness the Prince giving the money to the president? Why you did not witness it? Milton told me he saw the money. I saw the man giving the money.
He witnessed it.
Put your signature on the thing. Milton Khan is still living. He's there. He's not playing. So nobody is saying that the money. But if you're doing things, that's a huge amount of money. And you want an organization to pay the man money, you have to do it very clear. You get notary, you get 4-5 witnesses. The Iowa president living right in that time. Susanna Wilson should have come. Susanna Wilson should have come right there and witness the thing. They don't live in 20-30 million from each other in that place. So that's the point that people are having here. But if it is verified, we'll call either we'll request either to pay the man his money. If the organization and government is continuing to take it, you know that. If the debt is left, the other government will pay. I can remember 1988, 89, we're beginning to pay like America, they were to say, Jinging Round and Pool. I can't $1 to school out there to go pay the money. Some of those who will pay the money. So if it is verified, they're going to pay. But it's too much. Another receipt, they want that one we're just talking about getting. But thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me go to Mr. Babison Tuli.
So let's see for Babe Tuli Campbell.
Yeah.
Prince Double said that Chairman Omega Kara King and said what he said, and then Youboty said what he said. So that gave Omega Kala the right to go call police. Is that what Prince Dowo is saying? Well, I mean, it was a big boo-boo. The water had passed on the bridge. We didn't make no money. Let's just take that reality for what it is and move on. At least
So
everybody
what Prince was saying,
forget
let me say what Prince was saying. Prince was
we are all
telling me,
Nigerians. Let's
Mr.
handle it
Youboty,
our way.
Mr. Youboty, let me see if I understood Prince very well. What Prince is saying, you knew that there was a fundamental difference between you and the chairman approach. What you should have done was to call Mr. Omega Kala also and say, hey, Mr. Chairman, where do you want it to end? We agreed to so and so, and I think we should continue this way. What do you think? And you all can have an agreement on the issue of the Constitution and come back in the hall and speak with one voice. And what Prince is saying. And I think
So
none of you made the
we
effort.
didn't do that. So because we didn't do that,
so when he disagree with Omega, as leader, as a president who head the organization for all these times, go outside Omega.
okay.
All the evil going here, your executive go with the board, you go outside and discuss.
Okay.
But Omega, we asked Omega that was wrong for you to call the cops. We
Okay.
every problem in the house. Nobody was killing, nobody was punching anybody.
That's my point. Yeah.
Of our problem. But
That's
the IUI people say the National Administration and the Post will apologize and agree with the people. That two of them made a blunder, the two groups.
Okay. I didn't tell Omega to call no police. I didn't make no blunder. I cannot apologize for that. I can apologize that we were inconvenienced, that the convention was truncated. I can apologize for that. But I didn't tell nobody. When the police came in there, I was pleading with the police to let us continue, if you remember. I pleaded with the police. Then another person called the building owner. The police agreed that we should continue. While we were continuing, somebody else called the building owner. Then the building owner called the police that the property manager just called, say the place should be shut down. So Omega called the police, we understand. But then when the police came, we convinced them not to throw her out. And they agreed. The process was going on. Then another person, I don't know who that person is. It was not Omega, it was another person that called the property owner. And that was when they threw us out. So the police that Omega called, when they came, I talked to the police officer and he said, okay, you guys can go ahead. Keep it quiet. We were going on when the property manager called, said we should leave in 5 minutes. You know? So there were people in there that had unscrupulous intention. There were actually people that wouldn't want us to continue. For what reason, I don't know. They got their own reason.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me go to Maktudi Babesin, and then I will go to Mr. Kuhn, and then I will go to take your last comment from the telephone, and then Mr. James Youboty will close it tonight.
Say hello to one of our 100%.
Am I clear? Can you guys hear me? Mr. President, can you hear me?
Yes, he can hear you clear.
You can call and talk.
Thank you, Mr. Zeru. And I just want to say, I want to give Mr. Youboty his flowers while he's still around. Before I go into the proceeding, because I fundamentally disagree with how he went about handling the whole convention. I'm irate, I'm annoyed, and so disappointed. But first of all, Mr. President, thank you for the 4 years. We went through the most fatal epidemic in the history of mankind, and you were able to guard the organization, irrespective of some of the undermining and other stuff. You came out successfully, and you came out with this monument that today stands, and your name will be engraved in the history of GGA. I want to applaud you. I want to thank you for your time and bringing smiles to the faces of Nigerians all around the world. I want to thank you for that. Besides that, I'm so disappointed in you. I feel that what you've done to me and other people that wrote you, that you promised our view were going to be air. What you did, the deception that you played is tantamount to what the Shakespeare wrote, that Brutus, the betrayal that Brutus did to Julius Caesar. you were not decisive enough in going about what you wanted to do. You had so many people talking in your ears. You had so many things. You had your own people undermining you. I don't know whether the VP were with you on in everything you did. I don't know if the secretary were with you in everything you did. And some statement somebody very close to you made, oh, you see, the guard or Master Kana here, they want to install her. They want to install the woman as the interim chair. I think you were bamboozled by all this talk. And the fact that you were not responsible enough led us to all these problems. Because over and over again, you promised other people that the biggest elephant the stranger was facing at the time was going to be addressed the moment we entered the hall and the meeting came to order. For some reason, knowing to you, for some reason, but God and you know today, you put our important issues to AOB. But that I see that as a complete deception. I don't know where you were driving at, what you were trying to accomplish. If we are putting our views on the board and the Supreme Body are going to vote on this thing, we were not going to be here today, whether it is illegal or not. We're not even going to be talking about this thing today. You see, the other thing is you show some form of weakness. That's why I always tell people to be president is not only to carry the mantle.
But let me ask you about Babe. Babe, let me see if you can clarify this for me. Babe.
The boat smell fresh blood.
Babe.
The boat smell fresh blood for you, like a shark in the ocean, and they decide to go for you. They smell weakness in you. Because that particular day, you had the gavel to preside over everything. But because the people saw weakness in you, you have Omega coming up on stage to make correction or to say this and that. The board had no authority that particular day, but because they smell weakness in you. And this is an advice to every young engineer that comes today. When you are a leader, you have to be a leader and you have to stand your ground. And you got to tell people that surround you that you are man. The board smell weakness in you. That's why you have a bigger color go about a day. We know that if the board saw the daylight, a flash in the legitimacy will come to an end that day. They saw it. What do you expect Canada to do? But somebody coming, they're taking them, they're coming to report to your throne. You're part of this slaughter. You think the board not coming to answer? Because you have no control. The legitimacy of the board will end in that particular day. But you took out there for Mega because they didn't see no man who in you.
But let me ask you, Mr. Tudi, Mr. Babe, let me ask you, I want you to respond to the question. I mean, I agree with you when you talk about Mr. Youboty's chairmanship, his leadership, and all of that. Is it not the responsibility of the board also to ensure that people who have grievances are heard at the convention?
That's what I was saying. The last point that I made, the board saw that the tenure coming to an abrupt end. The board saw the license flash right before then. The 90% of the people in Africa wanted the end of the board to protect the scene because the board has been our Kenny Hughes. And when they saw the last flash before, they said, oh no, we have to jump into action. And what was the modus operandi? The modus operandi was to call the police. That has been the case all the time. Call the police, we disrupt the whole situation. The following day, we are in charge. And they don't see that. Because it's not first blood from Youboty. They knew Youboty were weak. Because one is the way about a thing. The board have no authority that day to go about anything. But because it's so, I'm sorry to say true because I'm not going to pull you down. But I feel let down. My brother, it's true. I feel let down. I feel let down that you're not in control. That particular day was your day. And so you have Omega Canada passing around you. So you didn't make one noise. We need leaders in the player.
Thank you very much.
Your best. I congratulate you. I wish you the best. Don't go away from Grand Leader Association. I hope everything that happened to you will be a learning curve for incoming leaders. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let me go to Honorable Khan. Mr. Khan?
Yes, Gibson. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
You know, as I said, and I will always say the young people, especially the academicians for Grand Leader, are people that I highly respect. And because they are new guys at the touch for us. And so when I listen to some of you talking, I am happy that we sit to discuss and exchange views. My son Bobby, at certain point, what I told him the last time, he exhibited it, but in the end, he started to forcefully speak, pressing somebody's words. I told him, but anyway, he's a medical man. He knows the area. I told him the last time. I said, Bobby, your blood pressure is okay, Mr. Cole. My blood pressure is okay. So we come when you're talking. What I'm saying is that there are two things that went on, and I know Bobby knows, and Honorable Bouillon also knows that when it comes to the Constitution, I mean, whether people like the bill or not, our guiding principle is our Constitution. The board is responsible for all amendment, and when it comes, there are two things during the convention that the board can preside. The time when the president makes his financial report is the board that presides that time. And then the next thing is, if there is constitutional amendment, that is in the purview of the board. It's the board that appointed the review commission, that committee. But you guys cannot also see what happened to the people of Grand Gire that day. We gave Mr. Kaiwled a piece of job to do. Kaiwled took all Grand Gireans in the hall that day as one person. Refused to answer some of you who wanted to ask questions. Refused to listen to you. All Kaiwled should have done after his report, present the work to the board. The board will go on with all the provisions that were amended one by one. Come to this one, and as we flow, according to your will and pleasure, this is what was read. What is your will and pleasure about this? We will vote on it once it passes. Then we go on to another one until at the end, the conference will vote on the amendment. Do you agree with me that the Constitution was not amended? Oh, what we did, what Kaiwled did, the Constitution was not amended. It was not a duty to put anything on the floor to ask the people, what do you think? If we get somebody a piece of job, we put the job to the person. The person responsible will ask the conference. It's not Kaiwled who was presiding. He was reporting at the same time presiding. Let us look at the space. When space is space, we all in the space. Even though people may not like the ball. I mean, that's the illusion that has been built already. We know that. But there are things that we have in our document. That's one point that I just want to speak about, Mr. Gibson. The next thing is, I want us to give the young man who gave 15,000 to Grand Gire Association, I want us to give his money. So that's what I want. Because if myself, I would have given that money, and if I gave it, I would need it. So I will work for my part for this young man to get his money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
$15.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, $15,000 is not $15. It is not $500. That's $15,000. So for me, I would want for him to get his money. Another thing that I want to say, and please, all of you, look at this too. We took loan from somebody. I know Mr. Youboty was desperate, and we all needed for the convention to be held. But there are other leaders that went on. Mr. Youboty is the president. If you take anything that you want is official, why don't you use Grand Gire Association official letterhead? And you do just flying paper. That's one. Two, we have money that were collected, the registration money.
Somebody playing an audio.
That's 9,600.
Mr. Kun, are you playing an audio?
We can hear him, Mr. Gerald. Let him go on.
It's a phone on the side.
Oh, okay. Just lower a little bit because it's interfering with your voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Griffin, as I was saying, we raised money. We raised $9,600. The next thing, there was other money from annual GGAA of $300.
Yes.
According to what Mr. Youboty said, that amount amounted to 6,000. If you add 6,000 to 9,600, that's 15,600. This chapter, the whole chapter, paid like 25% of the convention budget of 17,400. That amount was 4,350. Add the 4,350 to 15,600, you have 19,950. That was the money raised.
I'm told that the assistant secretary has some cash up to Mr. Isaac, right?
Well, all the cash out thing, I'm just including all of this, the cash out thing. So what I'm saying is, that amount, that's $19,950. That would have paid this guy, this young man, prior to the convention. Prior to the convention, that amount, they would have paid. Right now, we are only owing 15,000. We owe Iowa $4,350 because that's at 25%. We're supposed to get it, and then if we make more money, we get 10%. So the money they invested in the convention, they have to have it. So we're not only owing 15,000, we're also owing 4,000 Iowa chapter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So for me, I want Iowa chapter to get the money. I want Prince Vlad because these young people, that was very great what he did to take his personal money. I don't want to be technical. When they go to board meeting, they may say we didn't receive any letter from the chairman when he wanted to credit money. But I would not want that to be. I want this young man to get his money because we don't know what the future may hold.
And Mr. Kun, because
there are some of us who feel that we can die for Grand GGAA Association and we can do anything to help. So this is what I am saying.
So, Mr. Kun, you raise an issue. I wanted you to go further to that. Getting a letter from the board chair or from the board authorizing him to get money from anywhere.
Because
I think that was yes.
Yeah, what I know, the budget was approved.
Yes.
When the budget came, the budget and finance committee was not forthcoming. So we decided that the time is so short. We need to approve this budget because when we look, the whole entire board look at the budget, there were no issue so much that would be there to streamline. Everything there was very nice because we're talking about election convention. So all what we saw, 17,400 was not any kind of big amount. So the board voted each attempt, and we saw that everything there was correct. So we approved, and there was a letter accompanying the approved budget. Mandating James to go on with the approved budget and execute the convention.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I did. I found
money, but you needed to come back. I don't have money. You a letter. These things are When James wanted an extension,
let's talk about that. And he told me to find money.
he wrote a letter.
Mr. Kuhn, Mr. Kuhn.
Gave me the authority to go on.
The chairman gave me the authority, Mr. Kuhn. As for
Mr.
me,
Kuhn,
Mr. Kuhn,
Mr. Youboty is responding a little bit. Hold on.
Chairman Kara found the money. Chairman Kara told me to find the money, as you always do, Mr. President. Found the money and fund the convention, and that's what I did. I called you on the phone. I said the budget is approved, but we don't have the money. He said, well, Mr. President, found the money, as you always do. And that's what I did. So if I did something wrong for doing that, then, well, I don't know why.
I'm asking these questions now. I want everyone that is listening tonight to hear, because when we go to board meeting, I will advance my suggestion for that young man to get his money.
Thank you.
I will do so without fear of anything. I will do that. And if anything will be said about me, I don't care. I will do that for that young man to get his money. But my point here is, the man said find money, and you know you don't have money, and you made arrangement to take loan. Why don't you write to say, yes, Mr. Chairman, right now, there is no amount. I have made an arrangement to take a loan from somebody. Do a letter, and I want guarantee from the board that I'm authorized to do it. Because you're not talking about 5,000, you're talking about 15,000. Because the Constitution, any amount over 5,000, you have to meet with the board to approve. That was not done. I'm saying these now, these are some of the arguments that are coming forth.
The board, 17,400 chairman told me to go find the money and fund the convention. They already approved it. They have to go back to the board again after the chairman tell them to go find the money.
What Mr. Kuhn is saying, you find the money.
Do you have the money in the account?
I told the chairman we don't have the money in the account. He told me to find the money. Okay, listen, Mr. Kuhn, my point here is, so you are saying, because you are saying that Privilege did not loan us the money because I did not write the board. Is that what you? Yeah, not there.
Okay, all right. You will still respond to it. So let Mr. Kuhn end comment. Let Mr. Kuhn go ahead and conclude. Go ahead and conclude so I can.
Not Privilege did not restart or give the loan. I just told the public, not only you and Gibson, I just told the people of Grand GGAA Association, GGAA members tonight, that I will be one of those that will advance my suggestion and plead with the other people for the young man to get his money. It could be my daughter, it could be my son, it could be myself. I will need my money.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kuhn. Thank you very much. I think that was, that there are some technical issues there, Mr. Youboty, and he said he's not going to argue the technical issue, but he's going to suggest, he's going to make his advance his idea that the man should get his money. And let me go before I go to Mr. Youboty. Yeah, you want to say something before I go to the line?
No, go to the line.
Okay, we go to the line because they are making their final comments, and then I'll come with you. Then are you alone? Yeah. Mr. Yonley. Yeah, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I just want to go over what Mr. just he just talking about money issues and all that. Okay, Mr. Youboty already explained to us that the board told me to go and find money.
Yeah.
Okay, what Mr. Youboty did to find the money, the guy already agreed. He gave Youboty the money. Okay, they never refused that. He didn't give Youboty didn't refuse that they gave him money. So that issue is resolved.
Right.
All the branches, you don't need to money back. We're finished with that issue. We're not supposed to spend a lot of time on it. All the people just to pay the man money.
Mr. Yonle, Mr. Buyonle.
Go to the next issue.
Yes, Mr. Buyonle. You serve as chairman of the board. And you think you will listen to fair ground where that will be in your case at the time? You will listen to fair ground because you say fair ground should look for money. If fair ground does not have that money in the account, he's going outside of Grand Gate Association to take loan. Will he now allow you to inform you and then you do it through paper thing?
But we know all these things. That's why the people should pay the money. Nobody refused that the man gave the money, so he didn't refuse that he got the money. Okay? Now we know that technically should have been applied, but we don't have to waste time on that. Let's just move on. The Grand Gate Association know how to pay the money to the man.
What we're speaking tonight,
waste too much time on that. I don't want to waste time on something that people know they would say.
I speak tonight, I'm recognized.
Boo, 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 1 minute.
And that's I will do for the interest of Prince Vlad.
Let me finish. Let's move.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kong. Mr. Kong, you are very clear on that. But Mr. Yonle, let's be fair to ourselves. Go and find the money. It's not go and get the money. Go and find the money. Look for it where it is and come and tell us.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't come and tell. He didn't say so. Go and fund the convention, like what he said. But
go and fund the convention. Okay.
No, he didn't say what kind of money you can't tell. He didn't say so.
Okay,
so if you are that,
okay.
So
okay,
if you are that,
Mr. Kong, Mr. Kong, let Buyonle a comment. Mr. Buyonle, go ahead.
Okay, the whole thing here is that the money will be paid. Everybody agrees that the whole man you will take all the money from whoever person. Okay, so the man going to pay the money. All those technicalities they were not done. We know that. Okay, those were wrong. But we don't have to waste our time on them. We got time that people got to go to bed. Okay, yeah. The old man was saying that the board preside. Okay, we understand the board preside, but the main elephant in the room that day was that the people grievances. It's in Article 5, Section 2, the B.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let me speak to that.
That's why I call it on an AOP. So, you see, you attack things, I'm just trying to go over them. Okay? All the people that were in our hall, more than 500 people, some of them were outside. The people, if you listen to anybody, they want their grievances to be heard. They want all of them got that board and they went in this thing. And they put a thing on an AOP. That's really the problem. That's the problem that came. And when the problem came, what they do? They went and called police just to clear the whole thing. And the guys were confused. And I went to record was talking just now. Bobby Soda said that you want to being a man. Being a president is not just being a president. You got to be a man. You got to be consistent. When you say something, you become consistent. You see, you don't say something that somebody comes to you, then you go, you waving around, you waving, there are the show coming, you got Atlantic Ocean coming on the show. You don't do that.
Calm down, young man.
The advantage of you. So the first saw the flaw. They saw the weakness in you, and they took advantage of it. And everybody was annoyed.
All right, thank you very much. We don't have enough time, Mr. Yonle.
Yeah, let's
Yonle, thank you very much. Mr. Yonle.
And you're almost 3 hours.
Yeah, Mr. Yonle. Mr. Yonle, okay, thank you very much, German. Listen, German. The time, Mr. Yonle, 1 minute, please. Yeah, look, listen, the time is fast spent. This thing is sweet, but we just gotta close it up. So what I will do is I will give 1 minute to those who have not spoken from the phone to close up your comment, and then Mr. Eugene Youboty will close the whole thing. So let me go to Mr. Kuhn. Mr. Kuhn. Yeah, Mr. Kuhn, go ahead and make your 1 minute, 1 minute closure.
What I want to respond to Mr. Buyonle is that the Constitution spells it out clearly that any complaint either come through the board or the administration. The administration was the one that designed the agenda. They have OAB. Things of importance. When you put it on OAB, you should have a letter from the Eminent Council, letter from Bobby Tode, letter from this person. They should have listed all those things. If those things were on the agenda,
No, let him finish. Don't do that. Mr. Yonli, let him speak. Mr. Yonli, let him speak.
You are making an erroneous statement, something that you don't know. You're just looking at it. We did not.
Mr. Yonli, I don't want to mute everybody. I don't want to mute everybody for Mr. Kong to speak. So let him make it 1 minute, because the more you interfere, the more minutes go far.
You have to be respectful. You serve as summer boat chair, and people that help along the way with when you serve, I'm one of those. You know, when I pay my own ticket, when you call on me to let's go this, let's go that, I pay my own plane ticket 2 times from here to go to Philadelphia.
Mr. Yonli, let him speak. Mr. Yonli, let him speak.
You got to be respectful.
Mr. Yonli, let him speak. Let him finish. He got 1 minute. He got 1 minute. Let him finish in 1 minute. You will make your 1 minute, please.
Yeah, so
I don't want anybody to interrupt anybody while they're doing their 1 minute.
By right, Mr. Gibson, Mr. Abdul, Bobby, so all of you, at least Mr. Youboty and his administration should have listed on AOB, A, B, C, all of you, all of us were left in limbo. What is in the OAB? We don't know. You don't know, I don't know. And between you and me, I still continue to say, you think what Honorable Kaiwale did that day was a respect for the people of Grand GGAA? To just look at us as one people, not allowing us to say anything, was giving a piece of job to do. We got to talking, he just left the hall. Was that respect for us too? Please let us look at this thing. Not because you talk about Bull today. Yesterday it was you as chairman. We all supported you. We stood by you. Huh? We stood by you.
Okay, Mr. Kong. Tomorrow,
Thank you.
Monday evening, time like this, Mr. Kaiwale is going to be here, and we're going to ask him questions about the conduct at this business section. And that will be a great time. And Mr. Kong, I can let you come on video as a counterbalance if you want on that time. But Mr. Kaiwale is going to be on Monday, so that's a great day for us to ask all the questions. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kong, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you.
Let me go to Mr. McAvee. You get 1 minute.
Order right now is mail, but who's to say?
Okay, McAvee is not paying attention, so we like to go there. Let me go to Bobby. Bobby, you can't get 1 minute. Let me go to Mr. Somebody just walk in. Kaiwale just walk in. Mr. Kuhn, we're not going to waste the time here, but Mr. Kaiwale just walk in the studio.
Let the man give us an update.
So, Mr. Kaiwale, you will be here on Monday. So, give us what is it you want to comment on.
More than 50 people gathered this
Well, I
morning.
just want to say thank you to everybody for the civic level in which the discussion goes. I know tensions are hard, but I think we should be very respectful. We may disagree, my dad said, and I always got it by that. You can't control how somebody feels, how he feels, but you can control how you react. And I think we need to keep this discussion civic, and let's continue to do so. Let's be very respectful to each other. We will see each other tomorrow. We'll see each other every day. We will remain in Grand GGAA Association. We're not going to walk away, but let's be civic. Thank you so much.
Mr. Kyle, the Constitutional Revised Revision Committee Chair, will be here on Monday, 7 p.m., which is 8 p.m. his time. And we will all the questions to engage him. Thank you very much, Mr. Ware.
Like, here we go again.
Okay, so let's go to Mr. Yonle. What's your last comment because Bobby is a panelist, he didn't come on today. But let me take your 1 minute last comment, and then Bobby Tudu will end his, and Mr. James Youboty will close it up.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. I don't know when I begin to speak, people just come and it just becomes something else. But as Kyle said, let's be very stable. Okay, this thing is, we're going to meet somewhere, anytime. Okay, our community is very small. So my whole thing here is that I'm not in favor of anything or anybody. What I'm doing here is to make sure things are straight, that we do everything straight. Okay, people's voices have to be heard, and that was my main thing. Because these are the people who pay their dues. People pay their $50, people pay their $10. You got to get a good chance to talk, and that was not done at the convention. And what I was telling the old man, I'm not doing anything. I didn't disrespect it, but what I was saying is that they were playing all of them were playing chess. The administration, the 14, the board, all of them were playing the chess game.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yonle. I think
those are some of the things we're talking. So we'll meet here tomorrow and talk.
Yeah, tomorrow will be a great time. We have an open mic.
Let me just make it clear. Yeah, moving forward, we have to do things straight. So everybody's looking at us. We have, the largest diaspora group in America. So we have to be strict when we are doing things.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
One of the to make president out of 1,200. That's very, very unfair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yonle. Thank you very much. Let me go to Mr. Tudi. You want to say something before Mr. Youboty close up?
Brings us to high.
Yeah. Thank you again, Mr. Jelbu, for having me on there tonight. I just wanted to speak to one thing. Again, Mr. Youboty exhibited some form of, I don't know how he went about. At first I was kind of getting upset with Romeo, but I think Romeo was right. This is not a social organization. If you took that huge amount of money without no paper trail, I mean, how do you expect? This is not any social money to and you go and tell them, after collecting the money, I'm going to go get my money. I mean, how do we check what happened the next day? I mean, you're a businessman. You honestly have to work in America. How will you sit down and tell somebody who has a huge amount of money in their hand and then to go get a man money? I think he was right by requesting that he deposited the money in the bank so we can have a paper trail. We can't operate like that. I mean, again, I want to thank you for your time, but I think when you try to play everybody and the game end up playing you. And here we are today. We have from our point of view, we have an illegitimate president. It's all because of you. If you are going to address the big elephant in the room, we're not going to be here today talking about all these things here. So we are here because of you. You have the both of weakness in you, and they decided to go for the kill. So the other thing is again, it's the bull. People have been expressing the view proper in the ideas. How will we get to the convention? How will we get rid of the bull? You think the bulls are dummies on that bull? You think the bulls are so dummy? They were prepared for you. They were prepared, but you were not prepared. I talk to you almost every night. You think the bulls are going to sit back and see them to be humiliated, to be disgraced, and kick out of GGAA like that? They had their plan, and you fell right into the tribe. But I'm not going to go about it. What happened, what happened. It is what it is. We just have to find new ways to strengthen the organization. I just want to speak to my other brothers out there. We hear rumors out there that they want to break away. Please do not break away. Please, this will not help. If you have good intention, please stay around. Let make this work. What happened has already transpired.
Thank you very much.
Make this organization better.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Tudi. We can't go any further than this, so we will have to stop right here. Mr. Youboty, you listen carefully to everyone, I want you to capture that in at least 2 minutes, and then you can make your closing comment in 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Jeru.
Mhm.
Everything that people were saying, like I always say, everything is governed by intent.
Yeah.
Okay? But you saw the breakdown when we were climaxing to May 6th. Urgently needed money. Money was nowhere around. Then luckily for all the money started coming in from chapter, from registration, all that. And before that time, I was sending my money to Liberia. Even today, the liaison officer called me, the contractor won the money. And they got jungle justice system in Africa, in Liberia. I will $200. But Mr. Jerry, I'm begging you for the record. I think you told me that you received the breakdown because everyone was talking about breakdown. This day you're doing calculation. Can you please read the breakdown of all the money sent to Liberia or just the 2023, just before May 6th? Do you have that?
Let me see here. Let me see here. I think I have something here.
Yes.
Let me see if I can pull it up quickly, and then let me see if I can pull it up quickly and then show it for everybody.
Yeah, but everybody is silent on that other part of the expense. The expense we have was not just convention. For that statute to be, we have to spend money. It costs money for it to happen. We are fair.
Right.
It costs massive money that we didn't have.
Okay, so why be making your comment? I'm bringing it up. Be making your comment.
Okay, so my fellow Grangians, once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you for the past 4 years. I came here with an agenda, and I executed that agenda, even though we didn't really have any programs and things. The projects are not complete, but I got to respect the will of the PO, albeit in the fashion in which it was executed. Those projects will have to be complete. James Youboty will always be a member of Grand GGAA Association in the America. I recognize that the people that registered did not vote like that. It was only like, what was that? Like a good 10 to 12% of the people voted. So, but however, we will still have to respect the process by being members of the association. We have to look for other means to do what we have to do for these projects to be complete. So, Mr. Jeru, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here tonight.
So let me put the amount you were talking about on the screen so that people will see what we're talking about. Let me add it on the screen here, and then because it's a very elaborate account, spending account, you know. So to me, it has a lot of juice in there.
Okay.
A lot of juice in there.
Nobody talking about that. When Eric Cohn was making a calculation, he left that out because we sent everything to them in the report.
Okay.
The one they.
Yeah, I just 1 minute, sir. Let me just fix it good, and I will put it up, and then we can talk about it. We can save it, and okay, there you go, right here. There you go, right here. Now I can put it on the screen safely. Let me undo this and put a new one there. Okay, so this is the amount that Mr. Youboty, I'm told, I'm not sure, Mr. Youboty, I'll let you to clarify on it when you get it. So this is the amount that somebody sent to me. This is the amount that somebody sent to me as the expenditure. The dates are all here. We got part payment for tiles, 4,000, full money, 250, random allowance, 300, transportation back from Monrovia, 660, additional cement, 158, part one labor payment, 500, part one labor payment, 400, part one labor payment, 350, part one labor payment, labor payment 300, part one labor payment 400, part one labor payment 350, part one IP, that is for the tower 200 received, part labor payment 200, part one labor payment 110, part one labor payment 300, another labor payment 300, 300, 200. The total amount of balance $1,490. It's a new marble stones project, May 16. Part purchase payment was 800. I think a million 800, and then March 31st, engraving payment to engrave the names is 325. Total cost is 1,125, and the balance was zero according to the amount that was sent. Yeah. So, are you aware of this? The list?
I'm aware of it, Mr. Jeru.
Okay.
There's a reason why I told you to read that. At that time, in March, we were supposed to have dedicated the statue in March 20.
Mhm.
We didn't have no money, Grand Youth Association. So James Youboty here, I started crediting money and working hard, sweating to be sending the money to Liberia so that the statue will be complete in time. Even though we didn't have the money, so I was using my own money, borrowing money from here and there. So there's very bold people, they went to their meeting. Because every time I do that same yellow list you got, I will send it to some board members to say this is what I'm doing. They went to their meeting, and to my surprise, somebody in the meeting said, well, you see how you get his money. He's spending all that money, you see how you get it. While the meeting was going on, I'm not calling nobody names. Somebody called me, say, James, you got to be careful. Because my colleagues are saying they will see how you get your money. So I said, huh? What you say? I'm trying my best for the project to be complete before May 6th. Instead of saying, Gene, thank you for what you are doing, we appreciate it. That what they are saying, that I will see how I'll get my money. Shemekara told me, Mr. President, the budget approved is 17,400. I said, we don't have it. Well, Mr. President, make it available. Use the margin the way you always do it like that. And that's how I reached out to Selling Source and Print Frey, step forward and brought the money. Then luckily for us, the money started getting into the account. So you don't think that the places where the money came from to undertake all the expenses, the hole should be filled in? You don't think so? Or I'm supposed to sit down and go to the board for approval before I go and pay the people where I got the money from? The people approved my budget for $197,000. So any money that I spend, any money that gets in the account, go to pay all those expenses. That's why when Chris Remio had that money, I told you let pay Prince Vlay because it was already approved. Let somebody say I was supposed to go back to the board and write a letter. The people already approved the budget. We didn't have the money. We made the money available. So when the money gets there, we're supposed to put it by where we got it from. Am I lying? And then any money leave over, that would be the profit. That's how it's supposed to be. That statue, they don't go up there with rock. It went up there with money. It cost us money. Money that came from different sources. And we got to replace the money wherever it came from so long money got in the account. So that's what happened. So if what I did was wrong, then I don't know what I would do that would be right. The statue is up there. Graduates in America built that statue, not James Youboty. A lot of people didn't call my name over there. They're telling graduates in America, thank you. Whether you contributed once or not, thank you. You are a graduate in America. Thank you. We should all be proud of what the administration did. But you want technicality to kill stuff. If you want to bring in too much technicality, then you will not have nothing done. Just do it. To close my statement, Mr. Jeru, I want to tell you the story between two persons in my psychology class. Let's assume one name is Betty Johnson, the other one is named Peter Rowell. Betty Johnson and Peter Rowell started working at the same time. Betty Johnson, they were all office boys and office girls. 6 months later, Betty Johnson, still office girl. Peter Rowell became manager of the same employee. What about Betty Johnson, still office girl? Peter Rowell manager, next thing you know, he's supervisor, he did that. You know what Peter Rowell was doing that was different from Betty Johnson? Every 5 minutes, Betty Johnson going around to the boss. Oh, boss, what should I do now? Oh, boss, I moved the chair. What should I do now? Oh, boss, what should I do now? Peter Johnson, when he comes to work, he just do it. He ain't going to be asking questions every 5 minutes. He comes, he know that they want the report done. He just do the report. You don't go type one page. Okay, boss, what you want to do? Go to page 2? Yeah, go to page 2. Oh, boss, I'm finished with page 2. What you want to do? Go to page. No. So the boss noted that Peter Johnson is a spontaneous person. You're not asking questions every 5 minutes. So let's move your hair on the ladder. That's what James Youboty was doing. I know that we got a salary project to undertake. We need money. The money is not there now, but the money will come later. So get the money, and when the money comes later, then you put it by where you got it from. And that's what I was doing. But every 5 minutes, I'll go around to Amiga Kara, go around to Blue Kara, go around to Ericon. Then one would I have time to do it, because each and every one of the people I'm going to, they got their opinion on stuff. And that opinions with us were going to delay the process. So I did what I could do, and the statue was up. If I did something wrong for doing that, then oh well. Then oh well. Then oh well. Thank you very much, Mr. Jeru, for giving me the opportunity to come on your show. I want to tell all my Grangidians, thank you for giving me the opportunity and the privilege to serve you. It was very rough. Corona came. We really didn't have fun, but we still built the project through Cash App. Quote unquote, derogatorily, they're calling me Cash App president. Well, I claim it. The Cash App built a statue. So I don't think it was a bad thing that Cash App was going around. All the banks were closed. So the only way the money could come was through Cash App. You should ask me the Cash App you received, what you did with it, as opposed to saying, why did you receive Cash App? I'm very sorry. I apologize that somebody called the police in Des Moines, and we didn't have fun. We didn't make the money that was supposed to make, because the Jenny got mad and went back in the border, and now we're behind the rock bossing corner. So thank you so much. I will be around. I'm not going away from Grand Youth Association in America. I will be here to make sure that the projects are complete.
Thank you very much. Mr. Youboty, thank you very much. Your coming on here tonight was able to clarify some things, and we appreciate you even taking on the challenge to come here to face questions and criticism and other comments. But I really appreciate your time, and thank you for your services to the Grand Youth Association.
Thank you, Mr. J.
All right. Okay, that was bye. Thank you. That was Mr. James Youboty. We are very, very proud of the people who serve in this organization. We believe that they all did their best to be able to provide services for our people. And that's how we're going to come to an end tonight. I want to say thank you for everything. I'll be here tomorrow, open mic. And here's why I'm going to do the open mic tomorrow. I will have my panelists here. But if you want to come on, I will send you the link. You come on, you make your point, then I get you out of the video. So I'm not going to do it phone. If you don't want to appear by video, you can come on phone tomorrow. And then I will bring you in, you make your comments. After you make your comments, then I'll let you go. then other people come in. Because if I don't do that, the whole place is going to be, we're going to be too many. So if you want to participate tomorrow by video, just put yourself somewhere, wear something nice, upper part, you don't have to wear anything down, there's no problem, but upper part where the video is going to cut, and you just be ready. When I bring you on, you make your comments. I ask you 1 or 2 questions. If there's no other question, you make your strict comments, or you ask a question, and then you go. And then another person come in. Then if you don't want to come back video, the phone line will be open. I will go to the phone, I will juggle between the phone line and the video line. And so please, tomorrow, let's be safer, because an open mic, there's a tendency where people will come to vent their anger, their frustration, and their emotion. I would like you to be respectful of everyone. I want to say thank you tonight. Let's meet here tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time. Monday, Mr. Kairule is going to be here. And then next Saturday, Mr. James Youboty is going to be here. I believe I contacted the Eminent Council. They should be here by Wednesday. I'm going to finalize that contact, and then we're ready to go. I'm also trying to get the office of Dr. George Bullet supposed to be here on Friday. I'm planning for that. If everything goes well, Dr. George Bullet is going to be here on Friday. We want to see if Senator Marshall Dennis is going to be here, and then we'll go to the rest of the people who are contesting the grand jury election. So we are coming back, and Mr. Tudi and Mr. McCarvin, we have to be at work, and we have to be forthright so that people will enjoy the show. Thank you very much. At some point in time, I will just start the show. I leave Mr. Tudi and Mr. Madison, and they can handle it. Okay, so it's not going to be anything. I just put them on, and I just go in the background and just do my thing, and they do their thing. Okay, so I'm trying to phase out. I'm getting older. I'm trying to phase out. I want people who will take over, and then I don't have any worries to say, oh, they're not coming on. Thank you very much, and goodbye for tonight.